Hello, friends, and welcome. August 15, 2025, Virtual Strangers, episode 227 is live. I am your host, Wes. With me, as always, is my good friend, Ruuts. Ruuts, it's good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time, man. Well, actually, time's flying by, so it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but all of a sudden it's been a month, and it's like, holy shit, how did a month? How is it already August, middle of August, almost Labor Day? What's
Yeah,
happening?
Yeah, I know. I totally feel this. I was having a conversation with my bosses at work the other day about how my role is going to be changing over the course of the next few months, and we talked about this a little bit last time about how I've been kind of pulling double duty at work and it's taking up a lot of time, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Well, I found out last week that tunnel is probably going to run through about the end of September.
Oh,
So when
God.
October gets here, I should go back to some semblance of a normal life. But I thought that was hilarious because that's not that long, Roots. Like October is going to be here literally in a minute, and that's when we normally go on break. Like I don't even feel like we've gotten started yet, and it's almost time for our annual break.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, it's I guess it's a blessing, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, in many ways, yes. Yeah, it is. Especially if you're one of these people that are so hung up waiting on Valve Deckard. You want time to fly by, right? So they can finally get their hands on that thing.
yeah, and technology's flying by. And AI is working on everything, like taking all our jobs, but also bringing us some of the cool toys to keep us busy when we don't have a job. Although, at some point, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? So
I for one love the AI. I think that
yes.
it is
Super
the
cool.
guiding light of humanity. I think it's not there yet, but soon it will definitely be infallible, and
You
it
want to
has
be on
my
the good
allegiance.
side. Yeah, well,
All
I
the
want to
way.
be on the good side, please. Yeah, we love you, AI. And yeah, I sometimes you wonder, at least the AI we get, because you like ask it a question, like what's the market cap of X crypto, and it's like 0, and I'm like, really? Okay, Grok, let me ask you this. I just picked up $600 of it. So what is 0 or $600? Like, how could I do that if it's 0? Like it, and I literally had to shame it to actually go search for shit. I said, well, I'll just go to Google search and get it, because this is ridiculous. Like 3 or 4 times it kept saying it was trying to find it. Then it magically found exactly what it needed to find. But you know what I thought was interesting? For the first time since I've had Grok on Twitter with the little check mark,
Yeah.
he told me fuck off when the next question I asked. He said, oh, you're out of time. And I said, oh, like never has he ever told me that. And I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. So
Bait
it's
and
crazy.
switch. It's time to subscribe. Time to up that subscription.
That's
Roots.
exactly what it told me. Go to Grok 4 and you'll get more time. And I was like, nah, I'm done. I'm going to ChatGPT.
Yeah, I just went to GPT-5 myself. When I say myself, I mean absolutely everyone, because it just updated to 5,
really?
which
Oh,
I'm
nice.
I'm hopeful because I have these sessions as well where I feel like I have to shame the AI. I use AI a lot for work, and so I'm talking to it constantly, and it does some dumb shit.
It's
You're right,
lazy.
it does do some dumb shit. Well, I haven't had bouts of laziness from GPT. Maybe Grok's a little bit of a freeloader. Mine's just dumb.
Well, how do you do a search? And like the first one, I swear to God, was like 5 minutes. It's like thinking, and it's telling me all the things it's trying to do to find nothing until I shame you. And then all of a sudden you find you magically found, like I could find it with Google search. And I mean, I wasted more time doing that than I should just went to Google for real. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Google's going to get it anyway, so you might as well just take it to the source.
yeah.
Um, Anyways, good to see you, man. Good. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Man, it's been some time since we've been here. It's been about a month since our last episode. Obviously unintentional, as always, as has been the case for the entirety of 2025. Um, but it weren't for lack of wanting to, right? Like we were going to do an episode, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and I ping Roots. I say, hey man, it's been long enough. Probably should get an episode in today, and he agreed. But then that turned out to be the day that I found out that SpryGuy had passed on. So it kind of killed the mood and the desire to want to come in here and talk about games for a little while. So we took a little break after that, and when I say little break, I mean constant nonstop work for me. Not much of a break, but we're back. So since then, it's been like craziness at work, getting ready for the VR showcase, which was 2 days ago now. Jamie Feltham's VR Games Showcase. A lot of preparation went into that from our entire team. Not only for the Flat to VR projects that got revealed and announced during the showcase, but we had clients in the showcase as well, notably Zix, ZIX, for those of you who are watching, the action roguelike shooter, messed up, crazy silliness game. More on Zix in the coming weeks as it moves toward launch. We rather announced our launch date during the showcase, September 18 for Zix. So about about 7 weeks now until it launches, and it is available for pre-order. No, not 7 weeks. What am I saying?
I was going to say, dude, see your mind. I think something's going on here, Wes. What's going on with the time, bro? Even your
I'm just
mind
tired,
is screwed
bro.
up.
Yeah, I'm just tired. No, the wrong numbers are coming out. No, it launches in about a month, and pre-orders are open now. So
Okay.
we're gonna be playing that in the coming weeks and talking about it a whole lot more. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, did you catch any of the news on the other side of the showcase, Roots? There was a lot of stuff
I
that
saw
got
little
announced.
bits and pieces, but nothing. I'm learning more. I was gonna tell you too, like, or people, if they see me somewhat not preoccupied, but if I keep looking over here, I've been watching as the whole crypto market's melting down. I've been watching two of the meme coins that God had me get into have just been going on a run for like 2 days straight, and it's like it's good to.
You got to watch for that moment to sell. Like
Well, no,
you
it's not even
gotta.
about that because they're going to go pretty far. It's just about how awesome he is to, like, who could have guessed, like, when at this time, what's right when everything's rip and roaring, what the top meme coins would be out there that I would be holding them, and it's just really cool.
That's awesome. I didn't know the crypto market was melting down. The last headline I paid attention to was like Ethereum hitting
Oh, it's
higher than what people had expected. Does that sound right?
yeah, it's well, some people were. It's just because Ethereum was down for so long, and everybody just said wrote them off. But yeah, no, actually, it was doing really well until the last like day and a half or something, and then something happened. Bitcoin crashed, and that's what's weird is as Bitcoin crashed, there's only two coins that are in the positive, and not only in the positive have just been going up and up and up, while everything is going down, and it's the two meme coins I'm holding. So I just, like I said, it's just super cool to watch God move, and I just give him praise because I don't know fucking anything about it, what's going on. Outside, I mean, I know, but like I would have never guessed to pick these. I would have picked other stuff. I would have picked Turbo or something or some other thing. But anyway,
I'm gonna have to get some lessons from you, man, because I'm complete novice at it. I know nothing about cryptocurrency,
well,
but I do have a significant amount of money in a 401k from my last job.
they
And
just
I
passed
don't.
they just
I'm
passed
sorry. Go.
legislation that allows crypto into 401ks like last week.
There you go. I was about to
So
say I don't know what my options are with regard to reallocating some of it, but it sounds like with the market in a bit of a downturn, it
it's-
might be a pretty good time to buy in, right?
yeah, well, absolutely, it'll be short lived. I usually something like this will be a day or two, and I don't know exactly what's been going on. I've just been paying attention to these, but yeah, no, it's like right at the edge of it, and I guess it could be a shakeout because this always happens at the beginning of a bull run. There'll be a
Yeah.
really big downturn, and and this isn't even that big. I still think there's a bigger one coming, where everyone's like, "Oh my god, I got to get out," and they sell all their shit, and then everything takes off, and then people are scrambling to get back in, and it's too late. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, people should take advantage of opportunities as they present themselves. Cryptocurrency is a thing now. I know a lot of the boomers out there can't get their mind around uh, computer money, but you know, it's just as it's even more real than the currency is, because there's something backing it, right?
exactly,
Um,
and because they just passed legislation to for that as well for the CBDCs or for the stable coins. So they're as good. The banks accept them as good as money now, which was one of the big things with legal clarity, right? And so, but just for instance, like I think this one coin WikiCat is over the last I think month and a half or 2 months. I'm trying to find the stats. It's like let me find it real quick.
for sure.
But yeah, no, it's just done a. It's just let me find out the specifics here. Yeah, for the last
Graham,
year, it's so a lot in stocks. A lot of people are happy with like a 15% return, a 50%. In the last year, this coin has done a 2,495% return. So if you had $1,000, multiply that by 2,495. You know what I mean? Like
right.
it's real money, and it stacks up fast. And crypto is the future. People are gonna say they're not going to have it. You're going to be forced into it in the next probably 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Like you have
you
a
will have no
choice, right?
choice. You have no choice, and then you'll be like, "Oh fuck, man! I should have listened back when," because I felt this way when Bitcoin came out. I thought about it and I didn't do anything about it. So
Yep, same
not doing
here.
it this time.
Regret of my lifetime not getting in on Bitcoin when I could have.
Yeah. Anyway,
Um, it, anyway, VR Game Showcase. Let's I want to just kind of flip through the list here and get you up to speed, and then maybe anyone who's in the chat that didn't catch it up to speed. I'm not going to run down every game, but there were some notable games that appeared in the showcase. There was a game called Tracked, which is like a survival shooter game, like an outdoorsy game, and being developed by Incuvo, who also developed Green Hell VR. So
okay.
should be a good one if Green Hell's any indication. Do you remember Roots, the tabletop Moss game, Glass Breakers, that we tried in alpha? Seems like 2 years ago at this point.
I do. I do.
That game's been in development ever since, and apparently they're just about done with it because it is being released this Christmas season, and they dropped a new trailer. Um, it looks like about what you would imagine it looks like. It's a tabletop Moss game, but I'm glad that they're getting this done. If I mean, it's not really my type of game. Like, I don't get super into the tabletop stuff. I like Demio. Don't get me wrong, I like Table of Tales for that matter. But a purely head-to-head competitive one like this is um, not really my bag. But even at that, I'm glad they're getting it finished so that they can get to work and make Moss 3, which I think is what everyone actually wants.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that, I mean, I guess there's always going to be more story, right? That they can tell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Um, Aces of Thunder, flight sim game that we've been waiting on literally forever, looking as beautiful as ever. We got another new Aces of Thunder campaign reveal trailer, um, which basically showed some beautiful footage as they always do, and then it ran down the line at the end of all the different game modes and things that's going to have. And it's a full-fledged game. Roots, like a lot of people at the beginning were, myself included, were a bit concerned that maybe this just turned out to be like a dogfighting game with no real single player content, and not the case. There's single player, there's multiplayer, there's a story campaign. This is going to be a full on awesome ass flight sim on PC and PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah. I still have yet to find a flight sim that I don't suck at when I'm trying, like this type where I'm trying to attack stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like old school where you could just, you didn't have to actually steer the plane.
We're gonna have to get into something pretty soon, Roots. Like I've still got that HOTUS brand new in the box. I never even took it out of the box, um, and I was staring awful hard at Star Wars Squadrons yesterday. I was going through my library, just thinking of things that I could just pick out and play with, with the new graphics card and the PSVR 2 headset working with PC. I was looking at the old library of games that we already played and covered in the early days, and just thinking about which ones would really see a significant enhancement from the new hardware that I have. And Star Wars Squadrons was one of them that I was thinking about pretty heavily because, I mean, that game was beautiful to begin with. Now, being able to crank the graphics on it and then be out in the black of space with the OLED headset
And the HOTUS.
And the HOTUS, I'd say it's pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
He says we should do squadrons, and Radio Run says I'm down. So usually they'll do. So what we'll have to do is do a streaming night when Wes is actually able to come, because Wes says this
Well,
is all good, but we got to coordinate it to where he can
you know
squeeze it
what?
in, schedule
I
it.
mean,
Wes.
I told you before before we went on the air when we were just kind of chatting on Discord that I've made a life decision, and that decision is I'm tired of not playing VR games and I'm tired of not doing shows. Um, so I'm just gonna make it happen, even if I have to like not sleep. I'm not gonna let 2 days in a row go by from this day forward. There won't be 2 days in a row go by that I don't play something. Um, because I need to, man. It's been so long. I got into VR chat for a few minutes yesterday um, because Katya, one of the um, ladies that I work with, is moving on. She's vacating her position, and we threw a going away party in VR chat.
Hmm.
And I hadn't been in VR really since the Midnight Walk. Um, so like I put the headset on yesterday, and just in like normal VR chat menu or like the menu home world, I was just like, man, I miss VR too much. When I'm impressed by literally bullshit menu area, it means that I'm not playing enough VR.
Well, that's
So
the good thing though, that VR can. People are always chasing the dragon. It's just like not smoking weed or not drinking. You get your tolerance back, goes down, right? And same thing for VR. You go back and you're like, oh
yep.
my god, this is the best game in the world, and you're like, Wes, this is the menu. I was gonna ask you if you were on your list of games consideration, was Red Dead 2 on there, because that is like
Yep.
the game I
Yeah,
want.
I
If
look.
I'm playing VR, that's what I want to play anyway.
I'm scared though, Roots. I'm scared to try again. I've been hurt so many times
Been
trying to
wounded.
get this game to run.
I want to
Um,
know because you and D both had the same issue, and like I want to know, was it the VRAM? I'm thinking that's the only thing that I can theorize
you
that
know,
would be different. And now you got more than me.
there's two things that could be different. One of them is that it is the VRAM. The other thing that could be different are the
Kentucky.
drivers.
Oh,
The, the drivers routes, like the drivers get updated a lot,
mm,
and when 5 Series came out, the drivers were pretty shit for some games, and that did extend to VR as well. There's an awesome channel, which name I'd never remember, but they do like benchmarking and stuff for VR, and they do it with like normal headsets, and then he's got like the high end Pimax that he does it with as well, and there were certain games, man, that the drivers were just fucking. And at the beginning there, and some of one of the things that wasn't the best was the PSVR 2 support, for
mm.
example. Um, so it's been some time now since then. You know, it's been a few months, and probably even longer since we tried Red Dead. It's probably been 9 months or more now since
Yeah,
then. So I mean, it could have been something just as insignificant as a driver that broke. You know, they update Red Dead periodically. One of those updates obviously broke the mod. Um, maybe it through some software update, some driver update. Maybe it works now. That's a long way of me getting around to the point that it could just
could
work.
be driver.
Uh,
It could just work.
yeah.
I think it would be more. So here's the thing. Like I have gone. I don't know. And granted, it's been my install, but months between, and then just fired it up, and it fires right back up. I've literally moved, just drug and moved the file to a different, from an old drive onto my new drive. Say, oh my God, I wonder if this works. And it fucking just ran, started up and ran. So like, you know what I mean? Like, and with all the updates, every time it tells me, oh, something's updated. Do you want to do this? I say no. I close it, reopen it, then it starts and works again. So like, I've just never had that issue. And I hate to be that guy because it's like, well, motherfucker, it's happening to me. So it doesn't matter if you are not, but I'm willing to bet that there's a good chance it works for you. And if it does, it's going to be amazing.
Well, I'm definitely going to give it a shot. Um, you know, obviously I've got a backlog that's a mile wide. I'm not done with The Last of Us yet, for that matter. I've still got that installed. We covered that on a recent episode. Um,
Did you play
the
it
issues
much?
a little bit, no, not
Okay.
much. I want to go through and reconfigure it because uh, the issues that you were pointing out, the menu and UI issues that you were having, there are specific instructions in the post that came with that iteration of the mod to do some stuff with the in-game settings to
Hmm.
get it right. So I don't know if it completely fixes the issues you were having, but it's definitely something that's mentioned in the Luke Ross article.
Okay.
So I want to give that. I want to try to get that cleaned up, and I'm going to just keep playing it periodically. I don't know we'll do any more content from it or not, but I mean it's one of my favorite games I've ever played. So
It was
if I've
good for
got it
me.
installed,
I just
yeah,
didn't want to play it in VR the way it was without the fixes that apparently were there from the beginning. I just, you know what I mean? If I can't interact with anything, that gets old after about 5 minutes, you know?
yeah,
So I'll have
yeah,
to
for
fix it,
sure, for sure.
try it.
Um, we got a new trailer for Reach during the VR game showcase. Reach being the next game from In Dreams, the one Roots, the one that Jimmy whispered in our ears about all those years ago in Rec Room, the big AAA In Dreams game. is getting closer to launch. It's coming Q4 this year, and we've already had a couple of trailers. Um, and they gave us another one. And guess what, Roots? It looks fucking beautiful and awesome, just like the other two did.
Yeah, I bet. Well, hopefully it's just as good and longer and better and be cooler.
Right. It looks great, man. It looks like these are the type of VR games I want. Right. Like this is the type of thing that actually gets me excited to to play a new game. Like same way I was excited for Arken Age, for example, which we're going to talk about in a little while. Um, Same way I was excited for Wanderer, and still I guess I'm still kind of excited for Wanderer to get fixed. Um, but those are the games I want, Roots. The your aliens, your behemoths, your metros. Uh, I'm uh, I'm done playing these casual, these casual cartoony. Well, I'm not going to say I'm done playing them, but I don't get excited for those games, even though I know that they can be a lot of fun. It's really the big budget kind of expansive games that really kind of get me going these days.
Yeah, well, We Fit was fun too. I'm not rushing out to play that anymore either, and that's kind of what I some of the, I equate with some of VR is kind of on that level, but way better. But it's still that level, if that makes sense. And so like yeah, I want like real games, um, and not saying that they're not out there. It's just I don't know. As the longer I'm in VR, the more everything changes for what I want. I'm finding that I want old school VR games in VR, or old school
Yeah.
games brought into VR. Like in super 3D and maybe special effects and let me use my fucking boomer controller that everybody tries to take away from me for some reason. It's my boo boo. It's like my blanket, Wes. So my
Roots needs his
binky.
gamepad.
I need my binky. So
We got a surprise launch on PlayStation VR 2 of a game called Hidden Memories of the Gardens Between. The Gardens Between being a flat game. This is a kind of a VR spin off from that
okay.
universe. A really interesting looking third person puzzle game. Well, maybe it's not third person. I want to say it's third person puzzle game, and it's I don't know. It's one of these kind of diorama style games that um, looks really creative in kind of the materials that the world's made out of. It reminds me a little bit of like Ghost Giant, um, but different. Ghost Giant, but different.
Okay. Well, Ghost Giant was a little
Um,
ahead of its time, right? So in a sense.
Mepper says my mic got a lot quieter somehow.
Yeah, nothing changed except for the only thing I can think of is how close you are to the mic, and maybe you just were sitting close to it, and then you sat back or something.
I don't know. Check one, check, check, check. No, look at it, man. Check, check, check. It's right in front of my face. Check, 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 check. Somehow it's way quieter now.
Okay. Well, we didn't change
Like I was.
anything, but let me adjust it here. How weird.
It's the
If
AI.
it had if he had said that like I don't know 5 minutes ago when we got on this scene, I could see it, but that's weird. Yeah, look, you see how the active this was like what 11 or something, and it's back at
Yeah.
0. This fucking thing. OBS. Ooh, it's
Yeah,
AI Wes. I'm so sorry, Grok. Please forgive me. He is connected to my computer. Okay, let's do a check here.
Grok's not taking kindly to those stern words you gave him earlier.
Yeah, I'm
Check.
so sorry.
All right, that looks good, Roots. We're pegged back out, and now 5 minutes later we'll be blasting everyone's eardrums out.
Yeah, somebody's gonna say it's too loud. What are you doing?
What else do we have here? Grit and Valor, 1949. Kind of a mech game from. Well, it's being published by In Dreams. It's not developed by them, but kind of like one of those like strategy type grid games, but with mechs. Looks really polished, and for people who are into those sorts of games, looks like it might be good.
Okay.
Um, got a peek at ExoShock, which is coming to Quest. It says Quest and PSVR 2, which PSVR 2 was just announced for it. Like that's a new one. Um,
I think Grok is messing with you because it's it's just something. It's like literally not only was it down at zero, it was negative. Like, so I'm gonna leave this open in
but
real time so we can monitor this shit because something's weird, funky happening.
oh, I wonder if there's a setting that's like an
Yeah,
auto
maybe
adjust on one of the audio channels.
it's possible, but you can now. You and I can watch it, or you can't change it while we're watching it. It's like a hot pot not boiling, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah. Are you familiar with the flat game Ready or Not Roots?
I've heard of it, but I'm not too familiar with it.
So Ready or Not's like a tactical shooter. Puts you in the role of like a SWAT member, and you have to go through all these situations and try to you know de-escalate like real life cops do.
Okay.
No, it's a shooter. It's a very realistic shooter, and it's really popular right now. And during the showcase, we learned that there's going to be an official VR mod for it. Um, and oddly enough, coming from Mike, VR Oasis.
Hmm.
I didn't know he was technically inclined like that, but apparently he must be because he's creating a mod for Ready or Not. And when I say official, I mean it has the blessing of the developer, right? Like I'm sure the developer provided source code for them, and the mod itself is going to be hosted on the official Ready or Not mod server.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so we don't know when this is coming. Roots. They did say that you've got to have a killer PC to be even be able to run it. Because it's obviously it's a cutting edge flat game. It's already like needs some horsepower to run it flat, and if you're going to play it in VR, then that goes doubly so, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's cool.
Six, we already talked about. World War Z launched during the showcase, which is a VR version of the flat counterpart, which is a adaptation of the movie. It's a zombie shooter, Roots. It's a you always said you wanted those kind of zombies that run at you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is that game. It seems like that's all that's in this game are legions and legions and legions of zombies that are in a dead sprint to kill you.
And they're pissed off, right? I
They are.
theorize it's because it's almost Labor Day and they feel like they missed summer. Either that or that's me. So I'm like, fuck, man. Crazy.
Anyway, that's available now on Quest and Steam. I expect, or I hope, that I put in a key request for this today, so hopefully we'll be covering this uh, in the coming
Philosic says,
weeks.
ready or not, here I come. That's right.
What else was good? Vex Mage looked pretty good. This is another one being published by Fast Travel Games, and this is kind of like a roguelike action game that has a really unique, um, unique art style to it. It looks really cool. It's like combining magic and melee almost, um, but they're calling it a shooter. So what do I know? Um, Forefront, the next game from the Triangle Factory that did Breachers, they had a new trailer up, and
Awesome Tatum wants to know if we're supposed to be seeing trailers. No, we're not.
no, no, we're still
This is the intro still, guys.
we haven't even gotten into the show yet. I'm just going down the list here and kind of picking and choosing what I felt like the highlights of the showcase were. But Forefront is in open alpha now. Um, I don't remember what type. Is this like an extraction shooter? Oh no, it's 32 16v16 head to head. It's like a Battlefield style game.
Okay.
Roots. Yeah. Anyway, that's an open alpha now for those who are interested. Um, anything else cool come?
Shades of Gray's upset, so I thought he was gonna come in slipping in late. A little slippy.
New trailer for My Monsters, which is the next title from Ludact. Ludact brought us Unbinary. You remember Unbinary Roots, the puzzle game that was like drawn in Quill?
Yes, I do. I do.
So that guy is doing another game, and this one is more third person diorama style game, and it's really cool. And I think that that art style that he uses, I think this type of game is more well suited toward it because when you kind of shrink the world down, you can take more of it in and really appreciate the beautiful art. So
That's what I want. I want more. I want more cool experiences and cool like really cool stuff. You know, I don't think it's funded enough as far as that kind of stuff. And
yeah,
maybe
yeah, a lot
that's
of
what
the art.
would draw more people into VR than gamers. Just people checking out really cool stuff and that are already watching Netflix and TV anyway, right?
Yeah, there was a good wave of that stuff in the early days. I know HTC and Viveport was funding a lot of that, like these experiences that we used to. I mean, we used to regularly go into these, short video experiences. There were so many of them back in the day. It doesn't seem like anyone does that anymore. Or if they do, it's relegated to some corner of the internet that I don't frequent. Um, but yeah, man, there were so many of these. Like Biolume comes to mind, was one of the last
Mm-hmm.
ones we did, um,
Wolves in the
and
Wall.
even yeah, even stuff like the Muse concert. Remember when we went in Stageverse, and there was like a multiplayer
Oh,
concert
that
experience
was cool.
that let you. Yeah, we could teleport around. There was like 16 different staging points you could jump around to. And then what about the Museum of Other Realities? How many hours of fun have we had in the Museum of Other Realities?
That's true. That's true. So there's a lot of stuff like that. I just don't feel like there's much being funded these days. You
Yeah,
know?
you don't hear about new stuff anymore. Like used to, there would, at least a couple times a year, there would be like a wave after one of these festivals would happen. There would be a wave of these short experiences, and it just doesn't seem like they make those anymore.
Yeah. Well, I want to fund some, but only some people will like it. Maybe everyone will like it. I want to make it to where everybody likes it, but I think I want to make fun biblical uh, VR content because there's none out
Yeah,
there, you know,
not a
except
lot.
for that
That one,
holy
that one we
holy
did, the
land.
Holy Land, was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I think it'd be cool.
but shit, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to say, it would be great if some of these projects could get funded again in the new era because the camera technology is so much better now for VR cameras. I feel like we're at a point now where they could legitimately make like VR short films and that they would actually be good and be immersive. And back in the day, that they tried. I mean, Norman Reedus was in one, and
Mm-hmm.
there was a bunch of these like short VR movies that got made back when the cameras sucked. You go in
Right.
and just be blurry, and nobody wants to sit in a headset for 45 minutes watching a blurry movie.
Well, here's the
Um,
problem too. Most people that are going to consume something like that are going to be wearing a Quest, and the technology definitely was not strong enough to run those at that high rate. But they're getting there now as well, and yeah. So I think that if you doubt or if you want to wonder, I guess you don't even have to wonder if they would be able to do that. Just go to YouTube now. There's so many people that are using those cameras to film footage, and there's actually really good.
Well, get this,
You'd be
Roots.
shocked with your PC how good it is.
So I read today. This is how far we've come along since we've done an episode, Roots. I'm going to tell you about two stories that I read today that are just, stuff most people would just kind of glance over. But it's stuff that just blows my mind and makes me so happy that the technology is getting to this point. The first one was about Instagram. Now, I don't use Instagram. I do have an account. I don't think I've ever posted one time on it.
Right. That's a girl thing.
I created an
Mostly.
account. Yeah. But anyway, Instagram hosts still images and video. They call it Reels. So there's short videos on there, kind of like TikTok, and then there's photographs. If you go into your Quest and scroll Instagram, Roots, it automatically converts everything into 3D. It uses AI, and all of the photographs become 3D photographs. I don't know if it's all of the reels, but I know some of the reels get converted into 3D as well.
That's cool.
That's amazing, dude, and that's AI. AI's doing that, which makes me wonder, like, how long are we going to need VR cameras for? Like, if the AI can just make it 3D anyway, like, why do you need a VR camera? Just use a regular camera and convert it.
Yeah, that'll be our way though, right? It's like fuck it, man. And we'll just force it. It's like what you could have a better version with the actual camera, but this is like 90%. It'll be good, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, if the camera is fucking $20,000 and and the software is like $100, then you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. That makes a big difference.
The other thing that I read today that made me so fucking happy was there's a third party app on the Quest store now, and the purpose of this app is to allow content creators to stream their gameplay. Roots. You can go into this thing and stream gameplay directly from your Quest. You don't have to tether to a PC or any of the bullshit that you have to do right now. And it will show the YouTube chat right in the headset for you.
Oh wow, well, that's good. Does it look as good as the Nintendo Switch 2 cameras? Did you see those? I can, you can only wonder why they didn't sell. Yeah, really cool. Looks cool if you've seen the videos of people, like what they were, the demos and stuff before it came out. And it was basically to where you could chat with your friends and you could see their gameplay and you could see their face on on top of Mario Kart and stuff. But the camera is so shitty, or maybe just the power. It's just no, it's bad.
Kind of like mixed reality.
Yes. Oh.
Um, Anyways, I guess we should probably get into it. We got a fucking killer show lined up. I say that, but we don't really have a killer show lined up. We've got a few cool things to talk about, and then we're gonna play a brand new game, Roots, that I haven't even played for a second yet, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think you're being very disingenuous. Watching you play is a very killer show, and then peppering in a couple of topics is just the cherry on top. I guarantee everybody in the chat feels that way.
Cool. Well, we're going to go pretty quickly through the topics. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to watch some trailers with you guys. I think I picked 3, and then talk a little bit about the news that is associated with each one, and then we're going to real time review a game called what's it called? Echo Wars, Road Rage, which is the latest game from our friends at Ivanovich Games, the studio that brought us Operation Warcade and 1976 Back to Midway and so many other awesome VR titles. We were literally just talking about Ivanovich Games the other day and wondered what he was working on, and here we are a couple weeks later, and he's got a brand new game.
This dude just likes to drop them out of nowhere, right? Remember we were doing that game of the year discussion, and then we were like found out his
Yeah.
game was out, and it's like, oh shit, that was funny. That's
It
crazy.
was 2076 had come out, and we were like really blown away by it. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but we kind of had to like change the way that we were voting or something so that we could consider that game. Um, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
we didn't
remember,
know it
but I
was
do
out for
remember
some
we
reason,
didn't.
or I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, let's say hello to our friends in chat, and then we'll talk a little bit of VR. Shades of Gray Matter is here. Says there were three PSVR one demo discs, but I think two of them were nearly identical. Yeah, they were all very similar. Um, I think I downloaded all of them, um, but they had like the base one, PSVR demo disc one, and then when two came out, they replaced like a handful of the titles with new titles. They added the persistence demo to it. I remember. And then when the third one came out, it was pretty much the same deal. They just replaced a couple of the titles. I Want a Lot is here. What's up? Old Darth in the chat. Good to see you, friend. Cheese is Nasty is here. Super Nintendo Chalmers in the chat as well. Philozix is here. What's up? Brondo is here. Good to see you. Grandpa Barbecuer Game Cat. What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, Gabriel 004 in the chat as well. It's Robbie Y is here. Black Market Honey is here. Salvador, what's up, Salvador? Thanks for stopping by. D is here. What's up, D? Radio Runt. Radio Runt's going to bed. Good night, Radio Runt. We'll see you in squadrons whenever we decide to play. I guess we'll just need to pick a night, Roots. I mean, D streams on Wednesday, isn't that when she goes?
She used to. So this is the caveat, though, because everybody, I don't know, they haven't figured it out. But it was like, D, you're gonna stream, and she keeps saying, "Look, I don't get off till 9." So, Colorado time, that's 11 your time. It's like if people want to like start playing these races or squadrons beforehand, and then she comes in, she's more than willing to do that. But
Oh,
um,
that would work perfect for me, honestly. I mean, it doesn't have to be Wednesday. We can do any other day. But
right.
like if we're going at 11 o'clock, like I can pretty much do that any day.
Yeah, no, that'd be perfect because she can get like it would probably start good to start like get at least some streaming nights started for that. So like when she gets off, it starts at like 9:30, streams for a couple hours, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just put it on the books. I'll play Squadrons for sure. So yeah, if you're interested in squatting up with us, hit the Discord. Invitation is in the description down below. Who else is here? Grimrock is here. What up? Good to see you. Sojoba is here as well. Here. Techno Glitch. What's up? Still bored, Tech? Tech was bored earlier. That's what convinced me that we had to do the show today.
yeah, well, now he knows he's gonna be telling you he's bored all the time. We can't do the show every day, Tech. Come on.
This is here. Repeat names. Hamoud. What's up, Hamoud? He said, I just looked up Echo Wars. Looks kind of like Hover Junkers. Well, I didn't play Hover Junkers,
Hmm.
so yeah.
I mean, you're gonna be finding that out today, right?
The
Tech says he's bored as F. Oh, sorry,
Evan
man.
Yabu.
We're trying.
What's up, Evan? Uh, Evan Yabu. Cubo 92. What's up? Played Fortnite for the first time tonight because my 8-year-old is into it. I hate to say it, but I had fun. Everybody has fun playing Fortnite, man.
It's
I
a
don't think
good
I've ever
game.
heard anybody. Yeah, no one's ever said like Fortnite sucks. No one I've ever seen. Everybody loves it. I don't flat game, but
I don't. I will not play the building version. I'm not doing that bull crap. Give me something where you can't build something to hide behind. Then that's more of a shooter to me.
Luke Sparling says, I'm going to be sleeping, but I'll watch the replay tomorrow.
Ooh, that I know that was the first one. Okay, so we got a cast. I remember seeing it, right? Slippies. We got a couple Slippies.
Slippies.
Prophecy
We do.
777. And
Oh yeah.
What is it? MK Wadrat?
That's simple.
Podcast.
It's Simplex.
Simplex.
What's up, Simplex?
Okay, yeah, I like that better. Simplex. And yeah. I think those are the two
and
Slippies.
I want a lot. I don't know if I called out I want a lot yet, but I want a lot is here.
Evan
you
Yabu.
know who else wants a lot? Roots.
Yes, she does.
My mom.
She's been waiting in limbo.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. If I missed you in the chat, I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, we just kind of threw together a show really quickly. Like I said a couple of days ago on the Discord, like we're doing a show this week. We're doing a show this week, no matter what, even if we don't have time, which we really didn't, and we don't. So I didn't really have much time to prepare. I know maybe some of the Patreons are thinking like, where are the show notes at? There are no show notes. Like, I mean, I guess there are. The show notes consist of 3 links to trailers and then like a couple sentences. There's really no notes.
What it is Roots' notes on how to lay out the OBS is what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just decided, you know what, we don't have to put in 3 hours of preparation to do a show. We can come on here, watch some trailers with the chat, talk about a few games, and then play some VR. And that should make for a pretty good show.
Yeah, and Wes gets a legitimate reason to force him into VR because he works so hard because his boss is a slave driver, but we love him. So, but it's busy.
My boss
busy
is
time.
in Europe. Roots. Gamescom is next week.
Oh my God! I'll tell you what,
Everyone's
man. Like I said,
flying
the only
overseas.
time I'm flying across the ocean like that is in the really expensive fly where I can like sleep and shit. I'm not sitting in a regular airplane seat and flying that kind of a flight. There's no way. So
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's yeah, I can imagine. I haven't been on a flight that long. I think the longest I've been in the air is like 6 hours, maybe.
Me too, and that's too much. Actually, I think like something like that. That's too much.
Agreed. Anyway, why don't we get into it here? Let's talk about some games. I actually picked all the games I picked to talk about today are games that we've played actually, and games that we love, and games that we got news on this past week. That's the key point. There's things to talk about. So why don't we go ahead, Roots, and watch the first trailer. Arken Roots, the game that we played back in January and raved about. Arken, the game that, you know, I've got some catching up to do, but for my money, from what I played this year, probably my front runner for Game of the Year, Arken Arken, the game that people often cite as, you know, the reason why PC and console VR is superior to standalone. Arken Roots is coming to MetaQuest 3 later this year.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I think it's going to be amazing. Well, I know the gameplay is. Hopefully so this is my question. Do you think, obviously you want to sell more copies, but Like, would you have been happier if it was a MetaQuest 3 exclusive, and so you knew that their port was like exclusively being um using all of that extra power, right? We rave about it for Batman, we rave about it for other games, but then like for a port, we're okay with them coming out for a 3S version. And don't get me wrong, I don't really care either way. I'm just throwing it out there because I find it interesting, you know, because how am I supposed to feel about it? Because when Batman came out and other games that are exclusive, I was told that like this is necessary and this is going to make the better game and
Roots,
yada yada yada.
roots, roots. It is exclusive. 3S and 3 are,
Oh,
they
that's
run
right.
this
Okay, so
the
it's still
same
the
thing.
same power. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
then
If it were on Quest 2,
okay, so
then yeah.
let me restart that. I think it's amazing that it's on the 3S and that's yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. But yeah, I think that's cool.
But I
Although
think this
I
is a
still think it's
testament.
better. Oh, go ahead.
I think this is a testament to a couple of things. I think this is a testament to pretty much what you were just talking about, the increased capabilities of 3 and 3S. Like the fact that it's even, I mean, you saw that was the Quest 3 trailer. That wasn't
Right.
like PC footage. That was the standalone version of the game.
Yeah.
And the fact that a game like this can run on that really shows you how much Quest 2 is holding back that platform, because
Right.
like and this is what I was telling you before, like we need Quest 2 gamers need to upgrade. We need them to upgrade. The fact that they're not upgrading from that headset is holding get the games back. Because if you can play something like this on standalone, and sure, I know it's not going to look like the PC version, it's not going to look like the PlayStation version, but I mean, from the footage they're showing there, Roots, like it don't look that different. Like that's pretty damn good looking, and it's not just that. Like the game, there's lots of enemies on screen at the same time. There's big, wide open areas with long draw distances. Like,
Hmm.
um,
It's proving everything that I was just ranting against. That
yeah,
as
yeah,
as devil's advocate. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I think it's very good. And Shades of Grey basically has a good point that it could actually run better on the 3S because it's got less
that's right.
you know,
Less
fidelity.
pixels to
Yeah,
push. That's right.
correct.
Um,
So
so yeah, no, I think this is a testament to that headset. It's also a testament to the talent of this team. I mean, the game was amazing, Roots, on PC and PlayStation, and it's this is one of those situations like Red Matter where it's a very small team. There's like less than 10 people.
all right.
I think it's primarily two dudes and a few supporting members on that team, and it was already a technical achievement on the other platforms. And the fact now that they're bringing it over to Quest 3 is it's very impressive, man. And I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they have another platform to sell some copies on, because it's hard for VR devs to eat these days, Roots. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, it's still very niche. Although I would imagine these devs are doing very well because their game is amazing. You know what I mean? They everything I said when we talked about it still stands. The amount of care that they took to make sure that every single thing worked flawlessly, felt flawless, and it's just a good game. And so they deserve to do well for sure.
100. They say that there's 100% content parity with Steam and PSVR 2, which means this isn't like a Arken Age Lite. This is the whole game, with everything included. And really, the only like technical difference is that this version is going to run at 72 hertz. Like the Quest has the 72 mode and then the 90 mode.
Right.
This runs at the 72 mode. At least right now. I mean, maybe they'll optimize it even up to 90, but that's it, man. I mean, what you see is what you get there. It's pretty amazing. But coming in November, um, just in time, Roots. because I think if you want to lock up that Game of the Year award, awarding the Quest at the last minute
Right.
is a pretty damn good move.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get. I would imagine. I can't imagine. Now, let me ask you this: do you think this is the game that's going to bring people into um, getting that upgrade, the Quest 3 from the Quest 2?
Man, I got to think that no, probably not. And the reason
Which
why is I got to if people like most of the hardcore gaming enthusiasts have
I've already
probably
done it.
already upgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
The
Batman
people
was
that are
going to do it,
yeah, the people that are still over there are more casuals, people that got it as a gift, these sorts of things. People always point to Quest 2 as being this amazing success story, and of course in so many ways it was, but people forget that it was kind of a perfect storm that allowed that to happen. Just a few kind of outliers that all happened simultaneously
right,
that allowed that to happen. First of all, you've got Meta willing to burn money and subsidize them and sell them for less than cost. That was a big one. The other big thing was the pandemic. And the pandemic spurred on sales of the Quest 2. One, because people were stuck in their homes and needed shit to do. And two, the government was sending free money to everybody.
right,
So, like, you're stuck at home, the government sends you $1,000 in the mail. You can get this Quest that should cost $500, but instead costs $300. Like,
right.
it
A
was
lot of
kind of a perfect storm.
lot of content creators too on YouTube. Big content creators were trying them, and so they were kind of wanted to try it or whatever. But somebody who had said in the chat that um, there's a lot of Quest 2s out there, right? In general, right? Well, there's
Yeah.
also a lot of We Fit boards as well, collecting dust too. You know what I mean? Like I at some point, who was it? Shades of Grey says the Quest 2 was the Nintendo Wii of VR. Brought a lot of casuals in. I run into people all the time that have headsets just sitting there that they're not touching. And these are probably the same people that a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I would talk about it to them, that just got it and were excited about it. So there is a
Yep.
retention problem. And hopefully that's why I was saying to you before the show, as I see sadly it's Bradley's post about the new prototypes and which ones are better and which one's more immersive. I don't know that that's the issue. I think we're still in that problem where most of the games aren't like Arken Age. And so the people aren't playing this. The good ones, they're playing a lot of the mediocre stuff, and then they put it down and they walk away. So
That's absolutely right. So essentially, we're going to be in this same kind of holding pattern here
for a bit.
until we reach a critical mass. And what I mean by that is um, we need another generation. We need the mixed reality to get better, first of all. And then we need more games like this. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's potential for the next generation of standalone for the reason that I just said. I think that if they can perfect the tech that they put in Quest 3 and make it actually really good, and then on top of that, some other advancements, be it, a smaller, more compact, comfortable thing.
Right.
Um,
That is a difference that needs to happen.
and then you have all of these Quest 3 exclusive games like Batman, like Arken Age, and the upcoming Deadpool game, and Quest 3, spends a few years bolstering its catalog. Quest 4 comes along and finally presents a proposition to those Quest 2 gamers to upgrade.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the potential for that, but again, there's also the potential that Meta really makes an awesome Quest 4 and then it costs $500, which won't buy. A lot of people won't buy into it for that.
which is crazy because at $500 they're losing money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're stuck for that technology. They would be losing money, and I don't know if they're going to do that again, Wes. Their last quarter that they lost like billions, hundreds of billions, I believe. Like how much money can they continue going down that road? You know, I don't know. I guess they've got if they're just probably just printing it. So yeah, we got unlimited money, guys. So
I think they're just treading water right now. I think they're going to pivot. I think Meta's is going to pivot away from VR and go all in on AR.
AI, yeah, or
That's what
AR.
it's going to
Okay,
be.
I thought you were gonna say AI. Everybody's rushing to
Nah.
AI too.
Oh yeah, they're already there. Everyone's already knees deep in AI. Anyway, Arken Age coming in November to MetaQuest headsets. I look forward to having an excuse to get back in and play it
Yeah, yeah. You
again.
finished this. Didn't you finish the completely 100% of it?
Yep. Yeah, I did. I ran down every relic and unlocked everything.
Yeah, that would
And
be my only advice for the devs for the next one. Is like you have the same type of gameplay. Everything on the gameplay is the same, but you put this like overarching amazing story. Like the story was good in this one, but amazing story, voice acted, and now you got the money to do it. It'll be the best game in VR, hands down. You know, because I think if you had to knock it for anything, the story wasn't as you know, I guess theatrical as you would like,
yeah,
or whatever,
it
cinematic.
wasn't very it wasn't super cinematic. It wasn't like Farpoint was, with the cinematic cutscenes. Although the story was okay. Um, I think if I could improve one thing about it, it would be like the way the worlds are laid out.
Hmm.
Like I would love to play this game, but have the whole map be like a big open
Open
world
world.
instead of
Oh, that would be
like these
cool.
contained levels. Yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. Uh, Anyways, it's an amazing game. It's really, really great, and I'm so happy for the Quest crew because now they get this is one less thing that they have to be envious of.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so this will be one
Uh,
of the best games out there in November.
Speaking of awesome games coming to new platforms, Roots, roll the next trailer. Into Black, coming to Steam and PlayStation VR 2 later this month. Roots, we've known this was coming for some time. They announced it, I guess, 2 or 3 months ago now, that they were going to bring Into Black to PlayStation, and it seems as if the time is at hand because it's coming before the end of the month, and not just a straight Quest port either. Roots. This game is getting what they are describing as a full visual overhaul. Um, I think there's also some PSVR 2 specific enhancements. Let's see what they've confirmed on that front. Just a second. And yes, of course, it's going to use HDR. And I think that's probably one of the most exciting things about this is that it's using the HDR. Eye track foveated rendering, they're going to be employing in this so that it runs at 90 hertz natively. So, an upgraded version roots of a game that we already played and loved. Like, how crazy is it, Roots, that we're talking about Arken Age now and Into Black. I don't finish very many games these days. These are two that I did finish because they're that good.
Right.
And I can only imagine. I mean, you played Into Black with us on Quest. That game was beautiful on standalone, wasn't it?
It was beautiful, and it was everything I just said about Arcanage. The amount of time and care that they clearly took to make sure it ran perfect. There's no glitches, there was nothing that I could say that was negative about that game. There was obviously ideas of I wish he did this or whatever, but it was like I don't know. There's a reason why it won a lot of awards last year, right? And it's probably going to win a lot of awards this year for PSVR too. So
Yeah. Yeah, it was in our discussion for Game of the Year, and it was a serious contender for it. And if it weren't for some of the bigger budget games from the platform holders, then this very likely would have won. And it did win a couple of awards
right,
from us,
yeah,
and it was among the most nominated game of the year. So for those of you who aren't familiar with this game, this is a 1 to 4 player. I mean, it's hard to put a genre on it because it does so many different things, right? Like it's a shooter, but there's much more to it. It's a story driven campaign essentially that you're playing through, and it puts you in the role of this spaceship pilot who crash lands on this planet, this mysterious planet, and your ship is destroyed. You have an AI companion with you that helps you kind of analyze things and gives you directions, and the story takes you outside the ship and onto the planet. And most of what you're doing is exploring caves. So you're like in a cave system on an alien planet, and the caves are just packed with alien fauna and flora, and it's very dangerous. And the story's great, the gameplay's great, and I'm not just talking about the combat. I mean, the combat's fun, but most of what you're doing in this game, Roots, is mining for minerals and resources. And as repetitive as it was collecting that stuff, it never got old the whole time we played the game.
you know why? Because there was so much to unlock. That dopamine hit, like you just constantly had something to go towards, right? The entire game, you're constantly trying to get something, unlock something, and so they give you a reason to go through and farm. It's a sign of a good developer. They can balance the gameplay with that dopamine hit. So
Yeah, and the maps, while linear, they don't feel linear. Like the cave system has lots of offshoots. The maps go in different directions, and they all eventually loop back around to the same points.
some are huge.
Yeah, like really huge. And with the importance the game places on mineral and resource gathering, I guess if I had to put one genre on this, Roots, I would call it an exploration game, because that's really the core of what you're doing. This is a story-driven exploration game
Right.
with some combat and survival mechanics.
It's beautiful too, right? As you're exploring those caves, and I would imagine how colorful the headset's going to look with the HDR and the PlayStation VR 2
Yeah.
headset.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's got me the most excited. to revisit this one. Is, you know, not only are they giving it a full visual overhaul like they said, which again the game is just beautiful on Quest already, um, but to experience it at a smooth 90 hertz with HDR OLED, like the blacks are actually going to be really black, and the all of the bloom effects and glowing rocks and glowing plant life that are in this game. It's going to be stunning. And even if it wasn't, the game is just fun to play.
Right.
It's fun to play alone and it's fun to play with friends. So really looking forward to it. And Rich, you know, we never got back into it. They have like daily missions that you can go in and play. Like even after you finish the story campaign, you don't have to stop playing. They'll give you things to do if you keep going back in the game.
Dee said she never finished this, but here's the thing. Here's a reason. Is it crossplay?
I don't know. I really don't know if it's
That would be
possible. Let me
nice.
see if I can.
And you said it's coming to Steam as well, right?
That's right. And
Yeah.
it's coming to PlayStation and
so you
Steam.
can leverage it on your PC and see if that makes it any different. So I'm curious if there's going to be more fish or more wildlife, more, you know, plants, or if that, you
I'm
know,
sure there
because-
will.
Yeah.
Even Walkabout Mini Golf does this, where if you play on Quest and you're like in the underwater level, you'll see some fish like swimming around. If you go on PlayStation or Steam in the same level, there's like way more fish and shit flying around. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be way more assets and everything's going to be like way more populated and feel way more alive even than the original did.
Yeah. Super cool.
Real-time shadows, remastered cave environments, much higher geometric density. It says, 90 hertz native refresh rate, and if you happen to have a PS5 Pro, it'll run at 120 hertz on Pro. So I guess that's one reason we might want to give the PC version a look, is that 120 hertz support. We can just plug the PlayStation VR headset into the PC and crank it up to 120.
That's nice, right? Check it out. See what you can do.
Oh, and that since we've played it, they've also put in a new game plus mode. So, like, I haven't even checked that out yet and know what and all that entails. But
Really? So I
yeah.
wonder what that would. Yeah.
Coming on August 28th, so about 2 weeks from now,
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
have this one. And man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for the PlayStation gamers because they've been waiting for this one. Even before it was announced, like people were hyped for it. I've been hyping this game since I played it. I only really have, I mean, I'm sure I can come up with some complaints about it. The only one thing that I thought was really not good and needed to be updated, and maybe they have since I played it, but the last boss fight, it was just, it should have been so much more than what it was. It was not good. The boss was easy to defeat. Like, it didn't take very long. And the story just kind of ended abruptly at that point. It was so bad that I thought maybe the game was broken. Like maybe
That's pretty
maybe
bad.
maybe there was a bug there or something that made it easy for us to kill the boss, and maybe that same bug caused the last part of the story to not play or something.
Or
Like
maybe
it was
they.
literally like, that's it. I was sitting there going like, so that's it. After all of this epic fucking, 12 to 14 hours or whatever it was that it took me to get there, like after all of that, this is it. Like,
It could be that,
it was-
or likely there was a day where they said, "Shit, we're out of money. Wrap it up, okay? Make the boss the best you can. End the story. Cut it. People are probably aren't even going to get that far." But yeah, hopefully, like you said, maybe they've added to it, or they've, that would be kind of a good thing to do.
Well, there was definitely some glitching going on, um, because there was like the first time we killed it, the nothing happened. Like the portal to leave the level didn't even pop up. It just laid there dead with a health bar, an empty health bar floating over its corpse, and the game just stopped. And so it was definitely bugged.
Okay.
And then we reloaded it and we killed it again, and that time it actually died and the portal opened up. But there wasn't much in terms of like concluding the story. There really wasn't
Hmm.
anything much. Some few lines of dialogue, and that was it. But even at that, like one of the best games of the year last year, and again, it could have been glitched out and bugged out, and the experience could be way better now. But
Could be fixed.
yeah, I'm gonna find out, Roots. We're gonna find out soon.
Yep. I want to find out if it's crossplay, because I'd rather play it on Steam personally, just because then I don't
Because you have a computer in your room and you don't have to walk downstairs.
yes, and I don't have my own PlayStation, and so I'd have to kick D off hers, and that's not gonna happen.
No, I
'cause
hope it's
hers.
I hope it's cross platform as well. But even if it's not, like I'm gonna play both, so we can. I'm sure we can
True.
get together a PC squad and a PlayStation squad.
Very true.
Anyways, before we switch over and start playing VR, why don't we talk about a game that I haven't beaten yet? Roots, this is one of the best surprises in the whole showcase for me, and that is that Of Lies and Rain is going to be launching into early access very soon, less than a month away. I don't know if you remember, Roots, but we played a demo of this game a few months back on Steam. The demo also came to Quest and eventually came to PlayStation as well. Um, but this is a sci-fi shooter from Castello, and Castello is the developer that brought us Arkenade last generation, the retro shooter on MetaQuest. Big step up from that game to this game in terms of quality. They're obviously leveled up big time as a developer, and similar story here, man, to Arkenage. We have a small team of just a couple of dudes who make a VR game that's pretty cool and everyone thinks is okay. And then their next game comes out and it's like state of the art amazing. And that's kind of what I feel like Of Lies and Rain is like. It's a little derivative, of course. I mean, a lot of people draw comparisons to Half-Life Alyx in this game. But Roots, like, if you're going to be derivative at all, Half-Life Alyx is probably the game you want to be derivative of, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, as long as you, and because there's a danger in that too, right? Because people get in the game, they're like, "This isn't Half-Life Alyx." You're like, "No one said it was. We said it kind of looked like it. The visuals, right? And it looks like the physics are spot on as well. I think it looks really
Yeah.
good. I think I kind of agree with Shades of Grey though. It says the name kind of sucks though. It's not that it sucks. It's just Like it's just not
It's
traditional.
intriguing.
It's
See,
intriguing.
see, what it says to me when I read a name like that,
Hmm.
I say to myself, that game's going to have a story. You don't know
That's
that.
true.
Like when these games come out, you wonder, if the game's just going to be shallow and all about the mechanics and not really take the player on some adventure, which is that's why I go into VR. I want to be taken away and go on an adventure that I can't have in my real life. When I read a name like that, yeah, you scratch your head a little bit because it's not
Traditional.
the common naming traditions, but um, that there's a story in this game when you read something like that. They're trying to be mysterious, and so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I agree. It's not a normal name, but you won't forget it. You won't forget the name of it.
Yeah. That's true. It looks good.
Anyway, this is a story driven sci-fi shooter, very much in the vein of Half-Life. Um, people talk about it like it's a clone. It's not. It's actually very different from Half-Life as well. But there are some similarities. Like, you pick up the crates and bust them open to get items. It has the gravity grab like Half-Life Alex, where you toss things
Every
to
game
yourself.
has that though.
Yeah. The way that the you upgrade your weapons
Hmm.
is very similar to gathering resin in Half Life. They do something similar here, but it's all little stuff like that. Like it's not they don't have a dude in a suit chasing you across dimensions. Like it's not it's not a ripoff. It's just very clearly taking inspiration from the game that most people believe to be the best game in VR. So
And
I
they're
have
all
no issue
things
with that
that
at all.
make the game flow and play better. It's not just about like aesthetics or they've copied something. They're all things that actually make the game flow. And other games have adapted little bits and pieces. So,
But the early access launch comes with the complete campaign and all core features. And the full release will have just additional polish. So it's not lacking any content as it goes into early access routes. They want to designate to everyone that they're not done polishing it up and making it run better and look prettier. So
right. Well, I think it looks really good. And it looks like it runs better and it's prettier. But
it was
everything else
fun
you just
too.
said.
Those parts of the level where you kind of plug into the jack and it takes you through this portal and puts you in like this digital world. Um, I love that area of the demo, man, because of the movement, right? Because you can just like it was like double jump or triple jump, but like there was low gravity and you can like get really high up in the air. And I always love games that feature movement like that in VR and aren't scared to let the player really get intense with the movement.
Right. And that's one
Um,
thing I am seeing with most gaming in general with VR is they're starting to feel more comfortable with doing stuff for people. Salvador, $15 donation says, calling it a night, catch all on the replay. Great show, Wes and Roots. We appreciate you, Salvador.
Thanks, Salvador. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night, buddy. No, you're exactly right, Roots. It seems like VR devs finally are starting to understand that they need to cater to VR gamers instead of the hypothetical person that's playing for the first time. Um, for example, Zix, the game we talked about at the top.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember Outlier, the Joyway game
I
that
do.
got canceled. Zix, the movement in Zix is a lot like Outlier. Actually, the game Zix is a lot like Outlier in the
Ooh,
way it plays.
Eric should love it
Um,
then. Right? Didn't he love
yeah,
Outlier?
he does. Yeah, I did too. But it's that same type of you grab the air and throw yourself to jump, and and it gets really intense. especially when you start to modify yourself and the level. You can really do some crazy like midair parkour shit in Zix.
Here's the thing, too. The one of the most successful games in VR, or if not the most successful game in VR, is one because it's free, and two because the movement. Man, my lispy tonight. The movement's just sour Skittles. The movement is it's everything you just described, right? And I'm talking about Gorilla Tag. I can't tell you, Wes, how many times I do run into somebody and I'll ask them what their kid plays. It's always Gorilla Tag. It's always Gorilla Tag these days. And I'm like, that's crazy to me.
And so many people play Gorilla Tag, and the Quest store is just since they absorbed the App Lab into it, it is just a fucking wasteland of Gorilla Tag clones. There's literally one every day that launches, some type of Gorilla Tag clone. It's crazy. But yeah, lots of kids still playing Gorilla Tag. The Gorilla Tag devs actually have a new game out now in early access on the store, called Orion Drift. But
Okay.
people still playing Gorilla Tag like it's 2022 or
It's
something.
crazy.
But of Lies and Rain, again, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, these are the games that I want. Games like this, games like Arken Age, games like Reach. I want to go on an adventure, and I want to feel immersed when I go into these worlds. I don't want to feel like I'm um, playing a Super Nintendo game, right? Like I want it to look like a modern video game and tell me a story. And then of course it needs to be fun to play. But I feel like being fun to play is not a problem for VR. Like a lot of, I mean, there's lots of free games that are fun to play, but it needs to be more than that to really catch my attention these days, especially with UEVR and the ability to mod like 1,000 games at a moment's notice. Um, once you get uh, have that in your back pocket, then it's kind of hard to get excited for these casual, cartoony multiplayer games.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is like if you come at it from a perspective of somebody that has a Quest or that's all they have or PlayStation VR 2 and they have what developers make for them and they don't have the ability to go out there and try a bunch of these really amazing games brought into VR like Last of Us or whatever. It's just changed the whole scope of everything. Once you have that at your fingertips, it's just creating a different level of gaming that you it just changes your outlook, right? It's nothing wrong with the other stuff. It just if you had all you had was wheat thins to eat, you could survive. But you give me a steak and I'm not eating those wheat thins anymore, at least not that day. So
I don't know, man. Wheat thins are pretty good.
they are pretty damn good. I love the salt of them. I like that salty flavor. So
As do I. Shades of Gray Matter in the chat says shortly after Batman came out, it was like number 9 or number 10 on the Quest store behind a bunch of Gorilla Tag clones.
that's crazy.
There you go. That just goes to show you, man. The major player base in VR right now aren't people who are buying games. These are kids that are playing free to play games that they can get in with their
Right.
friends and act silly and have a good time. These kids, though, they're growing and they're going to grow up and they're not going to be playing Gorilla Tag forever. And that's when I think that we'll truly cross over and VR gaming will
Right.
be great again as when the player base matures and we have a whole generation of VR gamers that have played VR their whole life and and want want VR and want to play it and don't get sick. Um, I don't think we're far from that. Just a few years away, and I think that when the technology and the player base are going to coalesce at the same time,
Right.
and it'll be a truly special time for us when that happens.
We're pretty close because the teenagers will be adults in a few years, you know. So,
Razor Gray Matter says Reach looked great at the VR game showcase. Sadly, most of it underwhelmed me a bit, mostly because their other shows set a very high bar. Yeah, I think the collection of games were pretty good. I think it was a little the pacing of it was a little off. Like I feel like when they showed something that was really interesting or really cool, um, we moved on to the next thing too quickly instead of letting us sit in that one for a minute and really appreciate it. Um, the collection overall, though, I felt was pretty good. And in terms of like people being underwhelmed by showcases, I was talking about this the other day. Um, no one's ever happy at the end of a showcase, ever. Not VR
right.
gamers. Like most of the time, when we know a showcase is coming, everyone gets hyped up and their expectations go to the moon. And then we have a showcase and it shows some cool stuff, but then people are still disappointed because
As
it, yeah.
people have
Go
like
ahead, Rick.
these crazy expectations sometimes, though. They really kind of do set themselves up for it. Um, so, it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, you, you just get used to it. You know, we've been in the space long enough now that we kind of know how it's going to go. So I tell this to developers that when when they're participating in these showcases, like don't take it to heart when people aren't over the moon at the end of the showcase. Like people are always disappointed by the showcase. It's just how it goes. So
All right, unless you have some banger game, then it's, you know what I mean? It's very rare that people are even going to know it's a banger before it comes out and they've played it. So,
anyways, we've been going almost 2 hours now, Roots, about an hour and a half. So, or yeah, about an hour and a half. So we probably should get into a little VR before it gets too late. Um, so I guess for those of you who are new and don't know what's about to happen,
oh, you're forgetting
um,
something.
oh, I am forgetting some. Thank you, Roots. We got to give away a game, guys. So we're gonna play it. We're gonna play um, some live VR in just a moment to end our podcast in what we call a real time review. But before that, Roots is right. We have a game to give away. Last time we were on the air, we covered The Last of Us Part 1. And I had an extra key. And I told people to just leave a comment on the episode. And when we came back with the next episode, that
A
we would
month later.
draw a winner. So, yeah, a month later, exactly. And we are there. So I'm going to let you interact with the chat while I get this drawing
All right.
going here, and we'll pick a winner.
All right. I already have my person. I'm looking at this. Shades of Grey says the problem is if they grow up on free to play casual games, we can't be sure they'll start to demand the sort of games we want when they grow up. The problem is, I mean, the thing is we have to remember what we were like when we were teenagers and we didn't have money. You played what you could get your hands on, which was free, or your parents would buy you. And once we became adults, we were like, "Fuck that! I'm playing the real games and I'm buying shit." And you were like waiting to buy it. Remember when you had your first Steam account and you could start buying games and how cool it was, right? I think that's kind of what it's going to be like for them as well. They're going to be ready to get off the free to play. But I think the free to
Yeah.
play model is amazing if it's a good game. Like Gorilla Tag is done more than ironically for VR than a lot of games that we thought were going to be big, right? It's crazy.
Hell, I'll tell you what, man. If you put Gorilla Tag and Beat Saber in front of me, I don't know which way I'd go. It's not a given, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it depends on how much I want to work out.
That's true. I've got Boxing Underground. I guess we should, while I'm doing this, we should address a couple of things with regard to the channel. Um, let's talk about Game of the Month. Obviously, we're a little behind on Game of the Month. I don't remember exactly which one was the last one we did, but I think we've missed like 3 months now, or
It's been a
something
long
like
time.
that. And obviously, those episodes serve a purpose, right? Those are the episodes where we nominate games for Game of the Year. So we're going to get caught back up on Game of the Month probably next week. Um, we're not going to go through every month and every game like we would have had we been doing these monthly. But what we're going to do is we're going to come back with kind of a comprehensive episode to get caught up, where we basically take that 3 month period or what have you, and talk about the top releases that came out during that window, and then we'll nominate games for Game of the Year at the end of the episode. And but we're going to keep doing episodes too and get back in the habit of playing VR games again. I have Boxing Underground um, from our friends at Monologic Games. Monologic Roots is the studio that made
Ven.
Vin
Yeah,
VR
Ven.
Adventure. Yep.
Yeah, just like
Yep.
Ven, the boxing game. I love when
Yeah.
developers do that. They're like, you know what? I'm just gonna make. We nailed this one. Now we're gonna go with a different genre, right?
Yeah. And you know what? It looks amazing, Roots. It looks like it don't look like a Quest game. Like it looks like a legitimate PC game. And not only that, I mean that's cool enough the way the thing looks. But these guys know their shit when it comes to combat sports.
Hmm.
Um, when they first started developing this game, I had long conversations with the head of the studio about boxing and combat sports, and talking about all of the different kind of features that they could put in this game to make it more realistic. Um, and he was right there with me, man. He knew his shit. So I'm very excited to get in and cover Boxing Underground. Um, this just isn't something that you can play live. and and yesterday when we were talking about what we're going to do today, um, I was in no condition to play any kind of physical game.
Hmm.
So no Boxing Underground on this episode, but I got to say on one of our upcoming episodes, whether it be the next one or the one after that, I'll have a lot more to say about Boxing Underground.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oprah's acting like she's giving away 1 million games here, and there's only one Oprah. I don't know what you're doing, what you're promising. Just getting crazy, Wes.
She is. Um, is that it? So I feel like I'm missing some. Let me. I guess a lot of people probably didn't enter because that was the episode where we were talking about SpryGuy a lot.
Boxing underdog, no underground. Underdog would be good too, though. You know, we can like be a superhero hot dog. Oh, that's a different cartoon.
Yeah, all of these comments are about SpryGuy. Great dude he was.
Yeah. I'm somewhat jealous. Not that I want to die, but I want to be with Jesus so bad, Wes. That's why I get so excited as the world goes to hell in a handbasket. Not that I'm looking forward to bad things happening, but like I know what it means. Lift up your head, your redemption draweth nigh.
Yep,
It's
that's
like
right.
get excited, bro. Like I don't know. That's the way I look at it. Um, so
Sorry, I just got to read through all of these because
well, I will say while you're doing that, Robbie says, you know who else loves to, I say loves. He said likes, loves to give it away.
My
Oh,
mom!
yeah, she does. For free, even. That is, so she's not, does that make her a whore? Or what does that mean? Right? If it's free, that's a whore. That's not a hooker.
no, that's a slut.
That's a slut. Oh, that's right. Whores get money. I gotcha. Very fine distinction.
Some whores are sluts,
That's
but not
true.
all sluts are
And some
whores.
slut. Yeah, that's true. Oh my god.
Got that one. We got that one.
Michael Verheen says I couldn't enter the giveaway that episode. It didn't feel right.
All right. Yeah, I thought about that after the show, like running a giveaway on
Oh,
SpryGuys, like
mm,
last episode. Um, but we did it. It is what it is.
I think Spry
But
would
we
have
should have
wanted
held
us
on to it.
to. He was always
Oh,
the
for
the
sure.
first there to be there and support us too. So, what an awesome guy.
Yeah, yeah. When we decided to bring new people onto the channel to help, when we brought Looper and D in, we actually invited 3 people to join the channel. It was Looper, D, and VR SpryGuy. Um, Spry's just too modest to get on camera and perform. Um,
Me too.
but he had the invite, you know.
I'm too modest too, Wes. Or maybe not.
I think we've got it numbered now. I think we had 8 entrants. We had 44 comments. 8 of them entered the giveaway.
Okay. Wow. That's it's pretty good odds then. Well, I'll tell you what too, and I do want to say shout out to Grandpa Barbecue or Game Cat. He gave a $10 Australian super chat before he left, saying thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Grandpa. Have a good I want to say night, but it's actually middle afternoon, I think, where he's at. So, all right. So, you guys know how we do this. Everyone that entered the giveaway has been assigned a number. We now go to the random.org random number generator to ask for a number, and that number will correspond with a name, and that name will win the game. And the winner is
1 in 8 shot.
5. Number 5. Johnny 5 is alive. So let's see. Who was number 5? Okay, there we go. Chris Richardson, WTF Gamer,
Nice.
is the winner of The Last of Us on Steam. Playable in VR thanks to the magic of the Luke Ross Real VR mod. I'm so glad that Luke Ross is still going, man. Like when UEVR came along, uh, I thought that's it, man. You know, Luke Ross charging people $10 a month for his Patreon and giving us like one game every 6 weeks at best. And now all of these Unreal games are playable for free overnight. Luke Ross is done. He wasn't done. He didn't stop. And I'm glad he didn't, Roots, because now we're getting games like The Last of Us
Right.
in VR, which that is no easy UEVR job. Like he had to work at that to make it work. And not only that, but like Luke Ross, has refined his mod with new features, making games work with DLSS and VR. Like so many things have been added to the Real VR mod over the course of the last year. I'm glad. I'm glad Luke Ross is still sticking around, and we're paying him. We're paying him the $10 every month, Roots.
Yeah, well, we're
That should
helping Ford VR, and he's helping bring games that aren't like they have personal engines, right? Like, so they're like very unique, and they're what he's doing is different than what other modders do. Although I think all the modders probably could if they spent the time, maybe, but maybe not to downplay what he does. They probably, but
now that he's given us The Last of Us, he should do BioShock. People need to tell him to do BioShock. That's one of the most highly requested flat games to be brought into VR. Period. It's something people have been yelling for from the day one. So,
I would
um,
love whichever Batman Arkham game was the best one. Like there's so many different ones, but some of those games were so good, and I'd love to see those.
yeah, yeah. Well, I had fun with the VR Batman Arkham VR. Not Arkham VR. Arkham VR was the older one. The Arkham Shadow, the newest one. That's
Right.
a great fucking VR game, and it just shows the potential, for VR and with some of these franchises now. I'm excited to learn more about this Deadpool game. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more action focused and comical than Batman, but it's a Deadpool game. Of course it is, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, hopefully they do it justice and make it a good game. You know, these type of games, just because it's a big IP, can make it really a laughing stock to the flat
I
gamers.
have
That
faith. I have faith in the developer though. The studio. It's the same studio that did what did they do? They did Wilson's Heart, Twisted Pixel. They did
okay.
Wilson's Heart. They did a couple other great VR games as well. Hold on a second, and I'll tell you what their whole lineup is. But they've
Yeah,
always done like exceptional, like AAA quality work.
yeah. That's when the developers need to be thinking about what the new people coming into VR in that respect, not the do is it going to get them sick or not. It's like what are they expecting and what should we be delivering on what level? Um, I don't
Okay.
know. They got to do something.
So,
They got to bring in the masses. Something's got to bring them in. And like you said,
so,
it's probably a decade away when these kids get to be older. 5 years.
so the last big project that they worked on was Defector. Remember
Okay,
Defector?
I do. I remember people freaking out about Defector. It was too cheap.
Yeah, it was only $20
And it's only
or
20
30 or
bucks.
whatever it was.
I think it was
It was
20
thirty
bucks,
dollars.
but it was so good deal, man,
Yeah,
for a great game.
yeah, yeah, a great game. Like the only thing that kind of kept that game from being like AAA level was the length of it. Like
Right.
you could play through Defector in like 5 hours or something like that. And man, that model had so much potential. The way they had the dialogue in the game, where um, you know it's a story driven game. You talk to the characters, and every line you have three different responses that you can choose from, and they're very different, and it takes the conversation in different directions. Um, if that were like uh, if that concept had a AAA budget behind it, they could really make some really um, the type of story driven adventure game that can literally go off in any direction.
Like a
Like
Baldur's Gate.
imagine going on a cinematic adventure that um, literally could be like three different, completely different story campaigns, just depending on
Your
how the
decision.
choices you make.
Right.
Yeah,
And they actually make a difference. I love the fact that like games that where you can kill NPCs that and then their chain of quests and stuff or things you could do with them disappear. That's pretty
yeah.
crazy. You never see that in games, but like Red Dead 2.
But anyway, Wilson's Heart and Defector, literally two of the greatest VR games in the entire catalog. They did some others, of course. They did Path of the Warrior, the kung fu like Double Dragon style game, and then they did the B Team, which was the B Team wasn't all that great, but um, for the most part, just a great studio. So I'm confident this Deadpool game is going to be it's going to be good. So, anyways, now we're going to move on to the segment of the show where we're going to play a game. We're going to play Echo Wars Road Rage for the first time. I literally just got this key today.
Ooh,
I have not booted it at all. I've just installed it.
looks like you'll like it. It looks pretty cool.
It looks cool. Yeah, there's a reason why we're playing this and not playing Star Wars Squadrons or Transference or some of the other games I was looking at yesterday. Um, yeah, so we're going to check this game out together. You're going to get my real first impressions of it in real time. And Roots is going to hang out here and talk to you while I play. But to do that, it takes a little setup. I'm going to disappear for 5 to 10 minutes while I get everything set up. Roots is going to talk to the chat, and when I come back, we will switch over from Roots's camera feed to my game feed, and we're going to go from there.
All right. Well, Warmac says morning. What's up, Warmac? You're getting into the gameplay. This is what everybody's here for, Wes. I want to see Wes play some games with his 5090. And he's gonna crank this sucker all the way up. We're gonna see how good it looks.
So excited, Roots, to finally be playing a fucking game.
It's funny because Wes was telling me that earlier. He's like, dude, I just want to get, or yesterday, I just want to get and play something. I haven't played anything for a long time. He's been working so hard. And you guys don't know that behind the scenes, Impact and Flat to
There's
VR,
a lot of work
everything you
getting
guys
ready for
do.
that showcase this week, man. Like, every single game, people see these game announcements that take the span of like literally a minute, but they don't realize how much goes into that minute between, creating the trailer, making sure that it's perfect, to, writing and distributing the press release that goes out with it, promotion on social media, you know, for a game like Zix, for example, like we had to completely redo the entire store page. We had to do a whole new press kit for it, and that's just for one game. And then for a company like us, who's literally revealing, you know, 4 or 5 new games at a time, and then our clients on top of that. It's been a really hectic month at work, and I was so glad that to get the showcase here and done, and now it's behind us, and we can play a little VR.
Yeah, now Wes can take. Oh wait, you gotta wait till September. You said.
All right, I'm going to bounce out of here. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right. I'm gonna look at my crypto and see. Ooh, my BNB Tiger's up. Just a little bit. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Oh god, my monitors tell me I need to refresh. I can't do that. It says to prevent the occurrence of an image retention. Sorry, I'm gonna have to wait another hour and a half. Probably. It's probably gonna ruin it. Maybe not. But yeah, I agree with you, Shade. Shades of Grey says this looks very cool. Fully approve of driving and shooting. Developer to make a VR homage to the old arcade game Lucky and Wild. I don't think I ever played Lucky and Wild, but I would love to play Stun Runner. I think that would be cool, although I don't think you had a gun like that. But it was pretty cool, and I think it would be cool in VR. I'm trying to see if there's any comments here. Let me go off on a Roots rant or something. I don't have any ranty stuff to talk about, though. Yeah, Looper. So Looper says Saints and Sinners has that too, and I'm assuming we were talking about the branching storyline with talking. It does, but it doesn't. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't really affect too much what happens, right? Like, or maybe we were talking about killing a character. I think Baldur's Gate 3 does it the best, and I think that's why I was saying that for Wes, as far as a story line that can go anywhere. Like you really can kill any character in that game. Doesn't matter if they're a companion or an NPC or whatever, and you can do just about anything in there. I think that would be amazing in VR. But I mean, that's a game that takes like 7 or 10 years of development, and Larian Studios really knows what they're doing. So it's kind of unfair to put almost any VR dev up against them, or most flat gaming devs either, to be honest. So, essential. It was about killing essential NPCs. I'm trying to think of which NPCs that lets you kill that changes the story. I think some of them are given a choice to kill them or not. I guess it's specifics. You could kill specific NPCs. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played that game. I'm talking more about where you could kill just about anybody or anybody, really. But that is good that you can do that. So, well, Hitman, you expect that, and that comes with that AAA level, right? But that's all about killing everybody. Not that you necessarily need to kill every single person. I just feel like that would add something. I mean, imagine if you could kill in GTA, you could kill NPCs or like quest givers, or like what's his name's aunt that Lamar has a crush on or whatever. What if you could kill her? I don't think it's probably not a good idea. But yeah. Elden Ring. Dude, Elden Ring's the best Space Denizen, is it not? Because you kill somebody and then you don't even know. And then you're like, oh, shoot, I want to get this item. And you're like, no. Like, that you screwed up that quest line. That like, you can literally... That is probably the best example of changing a game by killing an NPC, because some of those NPCs really can screw you over. And that's why that game is one of the best. Although I was so excited about the Night Rain game, and then I saw gameplay, and then I found out it was like arena based, or I don't know what the hell it is. And I was like, no, this is not Elden. That's not what I signed up for. I wanted Elden Ring with 3 people. And that's not what they got. And Skyrim, really. So I guess there's a theme in these AAA games, right? Yeah, Skyrim, for whatever reason, it never grabbed me. I've tried several times. It's really cool. I got more entranced, which is funny because maybe that's something we should do. But Wes and I actually talked about and planned on covering that game that came out. What's the game that came out that was before Skyrim? Then that you could play in UEVR. I probably played 50 or 60 hours of that game. Like, I legitimately went through and I progressed really far, and then we never covered it. So, but it was worth it. I played more of that game than I ever did a Skyrim for whatever reason. I don't know why. Oblivion. Yeah. I just liked the way it was laid out better, maybe. I don't know. The questing seemed better, even though Skyrim on paper should be 1,000 times better. Like, it's upgraded in so many ways, so much added to it. You have companions, I just enjoyed my Oblivion time more. And maybe this is going to sound controversial. Maybe if I played Skyrim in VR with a gamepad, I would enjoy Skyrim just as much. And maybe it's because there's something to those type of games to me, and I can just run around and I'm slashing with my controller. I like it. I'm starting to almost prefer that not that I don't like other games where I'm swinging around my arm. I just really like to play the games I've always played my whole life in VR, and I'm not ashamed of it anymore. My name is Roots, and I have a problem. So, play retro games. Trying to think of what retro, I mean, not too many. My problem with retro games is like most of the retro games. I could never be a John Riggs, or is it Riggs, right? Um, because I go back to those old Nintendo games, and as cool as they were, I realized the gameplay at its heart sucked really bad in 99% of the games. And I would play for like 5 minutes, nostalgia would kick in, and then I would say, oh yeah, I remember this game sucked, and then I'd throw it away. Because that's the reality of most of those games. Now there are exceptions. You know, some of the exceptions would be like if you were really into like Breakaway or Asteroid, or some of those games, there's just the way that they're designed, they're just monotonous fun. But nobody's gonna tell me that they play an ET on Atari and they're fucking having a good time. No, you're reliving how bad that game was. And if you find that enjoyable, then more power to you. So, hey, Tech, have a good night, man. Yeah, the it worked very well. I don't know, man. Oblivion Remastered was actually a shock for me. Like I said, I went planning on going in and playing for like 10, 15 hours, 5, 10, whatever. And I guarantee I have 50, 60 hours probably, conservative. Because I spent so much time like growing plants in the field and crafting potions and selling them to, like, there's got a really good system for making gold and selling stuff, and that's cool. Yeah, VR is the path to not doing physical stuff. I agree. Well, here's the thing. There's a time and a place. At its core, most people, you know, at least if they're working and they're doing stuff, they're not going to come home and want to do something physical. Sometimes you will. Other times you just want to chill out. There's a reason why we sit in front of our TV and veg, or sit in front of our TV and play video games flat. Or sit down in our chair like Wes and I like to do in VR and play our games. You know, I know for me, my job, I'm on my feet, you know, 10 hours a day or whatever. And in between stops, I'm driving, but I'm not sitting around. So when I'm not working, I want to sit. I don't want to necessarily be standing or doing a bunch of stuff. Now, there are times I do want to get physical or feel like I'm climbing a ladder, or, you know, all the amazing things VR has to offer when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just don't think it makes her. I would rather have, and we talked about this with Elden Ring, and someone was saying that you could bring it into VR as it is, but you could use swinging swords and stuff, and the timing and everything's so perfect and so like their From Studios and their combat is so amazing. And you could try to fuck it up with VR. But why not just bring the game into VR with the controller and then make a different game? Like, why does everything have to be changed? Like, legitimately, why does everything have to be brought into VR with full sixed off and your hands? Like, some games aren't designed to be played that way. Like, so instead of trying to force things that don't feel right, because I kind of feel like that's what we're seeing a lot of too. If we would just embrace everything that's amazing, when it's in mod form, we think it's fantastic. Then we think about it being like an actual legitimate release, and we're like, ugh, controller? Oh, like what? That's crazy. Like, motherfucker, just a year ago when it was a mod with a gamepad, that was fine. It's just a weird disconnect to me. I don't agree with it. And I'm going to push back more on it because I think it's holding VR back, personally. That's exactly what Luke Ross did. And that's why his games are so amazing. Is he refuses. He just wants to bring the game as it is into VR with 3D and in the headset, and let you relive these games as they were designed. And then also at the same time, bring other games or make other games for VR, full sixed off. Not saying don't make those games. I'm just saying don't try to change Last of Us into a game where I'm like trying to aim down the sights, because it's not designed that way. You know, like I think it's even better. Like the aiming with your head thing is super cool in VR, but I don't know. At least give me options, because I don't like being forced into sixth off, as it adds a lot of jank. I'm not signing up for jank, especially when I'm playing a UEVR mod. I'm signing up for AAA level and not the VR jank. This is not the VR jank I'm looking for. Let's put it that way. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect just like that. And it brings the two together, you know? And I don't know. I don't want to knock people that do enjoy bringing those into sixth off. That's great. As long as you're not forcing that on me, give us both the best of both worlds. Because I think that's really the options is good. But yeah, well, and there's something to be said about that as well. And so like you could do the original as well. And I like the head aiming. It kind of changes it enough to where I feel like it's different, but I also wouldn't mind if it wasn't there as well. I just feel more badass when I've got the head aim. Because then I'm just like, especially in Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2 is crazy. It's with the head aiming. It's amazing. Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing? How's the UK treating you? Yeah, that's what Wes was saying that you're. Oh, hey, there's Wes. Are you there? Is he frozen?
Jeez.
Hello? I heard something. I thought he was glaring at me. I was like, "Oh shit!" I felt like a look at his look. He looks like the teacher that's pissed off, like the one kid when he's talking, because this was me. And then you stop talking, and then you realize that everybody in the class is quiet, and they're looking at you, and the teacher's just looking at you, and you think, "Oh fuck!" And yeah, it was fun. He's just very concentrated. Yeah, that's true. Very concentrated. So, I don't know. Yeah, he might be having technical issues. But
Not really.
No?
No, it just takes a minute. I mean, I guess technically they could be considered issues, but nothing too groundbreaking. It just takes a minute to get all this shit set up because I'm trying to use my my PSVR to do this, and I think I'm gonna turn my lights on. My controller tracking is going nuts.
Yeah, that's my biggest one of my wow. That's a gripe of mine of the PSVR 2 with the PC is it's just not as it has those issues with lights.
Normally, I don't have any issues, but this is not good.
I Want a Lot says, "What are my 3 top VR games ever?" That's actually a tough question. Is if I'm being honest, I'm copping out. I'm saying they're all they're all modded games. It'd be Red Dead 2 was my absolute favorite, probably. Very closely followed by Uncharted 4, and that may even be number 1. Like they're that close. And then I don't know what would be 3. Now, as far as native VR, because in light of Eric visiting us, I'd say Beat Saber. What's that one? Fish Under the Sea or the Enchantment, or was that one he said he didn't like?
Garbage of the Sea.
Yeah, Garbage of the Sea, or your Garden of the Sea, and then what else? Something else. Now there's a lot. I think probably honestly, if I think one of my top 3 would have to be, and it's a PlayStation VR 1 would be what's that one we were talking about earlier, the aim controller.
Farpoint.
Yeah, Farpoint. I still think that's like the best story I've ever played in a VR game.
Yeah, it's great, man. I watched Dazed Netic, our friend that used to do the Modcast. Remember the Modcast?
Mm-hmm.
We had those guys on.
Yeah.
Dazed on his YouTube channel today. He played for the first time ever Farpoint with the aim
Really?
controller.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't play very much of it. He just kind of went through the first half an hour or so, but I saw that and I was just like wanted to break my headset out immediately.
Yeah, I would
So they've
love them to remaster it and bring it back with no peripheral, just with regular controllers. 'Cause that was cool as the aim controller was. At least that jank. Maybe they probably get it better this time, but we put up with a lot. The drifting and the shake, and it was amazing for its time. But looking back now, it's like I don't want to be drifting or shaking or, you know what I mean? Like, or having to turn side, only being able to face certain ways. There was a lot of limitations that really held that game back from being even better than it could have been. That's just early VR.
So they've redone Steam VR since I've been in here. And I was digging it for a minute. Everything's nice and clean now and in its spot, and everything's pretty easy to figure out how to work.
Hmm.
But I click on library and I have about 20 games here to choose from.
That's not one
That's
of them,
it.
is it?
No, used to you saw your fucking whole library. You click on library and your whole fucking library would pop up in front of you.
Yeah.
Now
I noticed that last time. It isn't as user friendly.
yeah, I have to go. I have to take my headset off and go to the fucking PC to play the game I want to play.
I think I
It's
had
stupid.
like 6 on mine. I didn't even have 20. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is dumb. Dumb, da dum dum dum.
Oh, you're significantly louder than me, somebody said. Well, yeah, that's that's the MO for the night. It was too low.
Yeah, well, I changed. I'm in my PSVR headset now, so it's a
I
different mic.
I just fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it for the next minute and a half or whatever we're going to be until we switch over again.
Oh, okay. I see. I see why it was like that. I wasn't signed into Steam Roots. Somehow
Oh.
it let me sign into Steam VR without being signed into Steam.
That's weird.
But now that I clicked on Steam and opened it up,
Now you're good.
my library's back. Yep.
Okay.
Play on this game. Uh-oh. My antivirus popped off when I started this game.
Oh, wow. Is it from China?
No, I think Russia or Ukraine, one of those.
Okay.
Wow, that's loud. Holy shit. I gotta turn that down. What the fuck? Alright. Close.
Remember when Eric put that tried to use the Vive, was it, or not the Vive, the Pimax, and it put something on it. Something on his computer, and he couldn't run different things because of it. That, and then Anthony's story earlier on when it was like it wiped his hard drive or something. Now I know that doesn't do that anymore, but I've never had either one of those ever happen with any other install of any other software. What does that tell you? They're doing some weird shit, Wes.
Yeah, remember when Scion got banned from Sea of Thieves?
Dude, that was the best, man. Fucking, it's like, man, of all the companies you don't want to mess with their anti-cheat. There's certain ones that really crack down, especially competitive multiplayer.
Oh wow, this is amazing looking.
Yeah, the trailer looks amazing. I can tell it looks.
No,
really...
I'm not even in the game yet. I'm in the. You know how Ivanovich always puts you in like their little arcade thing at first, and it has
Yeah.
all their games. Like there's an Operation Warcade like cabinet over there, and there's a touring carts cabinet behind me.
Wow.
And I'm
Crazy.
just in here with my PlayStation VR headset in this little menu area, and it looks great. It looks way better than it did last time I was in here.
That's crazy.
All right, let's see. Skip version. Close. And capture. Good. Okay, perfect. Check one. Check, 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 check. All right. Roots, say something for me.
Check, check, check.
All right.
Syphilis.
Hold on a second. Not yet. All right. Let's see.
The big Sif.
Audio settings. Yeah, we're gonna choose PSVR 2.
Oh yeah, the third must be Propagation Paradise Hotel. That's right, Looper. That's it. That's my third favorite. To round up my favorites that MASH hates. Actually, that one shocks me because I thought that was really good. You know, that was a pretty good game. It wasn't the game of the year, but it was good. And What the Bat. Yeah, he did. He did. He loved What the Bat. You know, Wes, I've never tried that game. Do you think I'm missing anything?
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, I think people would love to see it streamed.
I think people would love to see me stream all over it.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't think Twitch would probably like it or YouTube. They may ban for that kind of stuff. You got to stick to OnlyFans for that, Wes. I don't even think you can do that on OnlyFans. I don't know. I don't know what the limits are on that kind of stuff. It's a crazy world.
All right. Well, I think we are about ready to switch over now.
All right.
All right.
Well-
So, for those of you who have never experienced this before, it's going to seem like your stream has crashed for a moment. Everything's going to freeze. That little turny wheel is going to come up in the middle of the screen. Don't click out. We're going to be right back. And when we come back, we'll be coming to you from the magic of virtual reality.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop. And you're going to have my thumbs up ready to go. 3, 2, 1, stopping now.
All right. And it's going to take it just... All right. And it's going to take it just a minute to catch up, but I do believe that we are back live from the Ivanovich arcade. And it looks beautiful in my beautiful PSVR 2 HDR OLED. And that's the reason why I went through all the trouble to make sure this shit fucking works. All right. Get my chat's up. Someone say something in chat so that I can make sure that my in-headset chat is moving. I do have it in the chat, but thank you, Roots. I can't hear you though. Yeah, now I hear you. You just got
I wasn't
quiet for a
talking.
minute.
Yeah. I was just watching. I was just looking how cool that arcade cabinet across the room looks. Across the room. It looks like Zaxxon or something to me. Or was that
Where am I
Zaxxon? Or what
fucking-
was that game?
My controllers are not working anymore. Hold on. Return the game. I have no in-game hands. All right, that's not good. Let me stop the game and start it back again here. Exit game. Bear with me just a moment, ladies and gents. Something weird happened when I was working on my computer and the game kind of flipped out on me. We're gonna try it again here. Play.
I just realized I'm not on camera. I can do some things now. Just chilling, you know?
Wow, look at that. Oh, I forgot you're on the delay like everyone else.
Yeah, it's coming through. Eventually. Still dark.
I don't know if it's going to pick up my controllers, man.
Really?
I don't see any in-game hands here, which is weird because this would literally be the first time that a VR game.
What is
has-
that? Well, thought I saw a selection that says to choose for VR or choose not for VR.
Yeah, that
Maybe you
was
gotta
it.
choose.
Yeah, maybe. You want to play? See, I don't have any pointer. I can't. Like, I can go into my menus. I click the menu button. My controllers are right in front of my face, but in the game, nothing. Yeah, I bet this is a PSVR compatibility thing. I guess I've never had it happen that it just don't even show my controllers though. That's the first time any game has kind of failed on that level.
You can't use the analog stick to select.
No, it's not doing anything.
Okay.
Like, there's a window. Like, I can't even like go to my PC and use the keyboard to do. Oh yeah, I can. Hold on. Yes. Hey, do you want to stream Echo Wars with amazing image quality? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 5090, bro. Yeah, of course I do.
Echo Wars offers anti-rotation. No, I don't want that. I will use only VR controllers. Oh, you can. Oh, it has wheel support, Roots. Shit.
Oh, nice.
I should have taken time to set this up. We'll just use VR controllers from now. But it's not reading my fucking controllers. I'm gonna have to switch headsets. Motherfucker. That's not good. Alright, ladies and gents. This sucks, but it is what it is. I've got to switch headsets. I guess, fuck. Roots has already stopped broadcasting, so I can't throw it back to him. I guess I'm going to have to go to an intermission and play some gameplay video for you guys for just a minute while I switch over to my Quest headset. Because this is not working, and if it's not
Super
working,
says
I
he
can't play.
He remembers having similar issues with InRun.
That makes sense then. Okay, well, let's see what kind of video we have on deck. I'm sure we've got something we can show the people and let them watch.
He also said maybe InRun had problems with both game headsets. So hopefully that's not the issue. I don't know
Oh, that would be bad.
what you would do.
I'd pick another game. That's what I'd have to do.
Quadrants.
All right, let's see. What do we have on the intermission? Media source. Nothing. Okay. Well, let's find something for these people to watch. I've got some pre-launch behemoth footage people can watch. Alright, frame captures. Alright, how about some never before seen footage of me playing Zombie Army VR with my daughter? That sound
works,
good?
all right. Yeah.
I think that'll work. Alright, let's see. I might have some with us. We played that game too, didn't we?
We did.
I left a box of ammo there.
You go down?
Okay, yeah, I do. I have a video of where we played. So we'll do that. You guys, it's going to take me a minute to switch over to my other headset here. Shouldn't take super long. But in the meantime, please enjoy this footage of Roots and I playing Zombie Army VR. Never before seen footage. You know what's weird is whenever I tab out to go to OBS, your voice chat stops working. I have to tab into the game to hear you.
So I think what you need to do.
Skip ahead a little bit so that
I think the
Was that?
you don't have to watch our
actually
technical
load these up
difficulty.
just by putting them in my Wes.
Oh, you
I want to.
think are the
Well,
there we
I'm
go.
Pin on this.
All right, guys,
Ready
we'll
for
be right
it.
back. Sorry for the
I feel like I'm
delay.
playing after the fall. You know, you'd always carry your stuff with you.
And you can melee in this game too. Unlike Sniper Elite, you can brain these fuckers.
Oh, nice. Well, there goes my grenade. I don't think I hit him. Oh, I did. Okay. Ooh, what are they doing to this guy? This guy's having a rough day, Wes.
Yeah, yeah, he looks like it.
Alright, let me start killing some stuff. Ooh, I just regenerated some health. This is vampire style. Yeah, Wesley, your preferred weapon is the sniper, right?
Yeah, but the game, it puts you in situations where, you know, sometimes sniper rifle doesn't quite fit, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I would imagine snipers are amazing unless you got a bunch of things coming at you, and it's not so good.
It's about to happen, by the way.
You want a mission? I can clear the trench with this golden thing. Ooh, look at that. ×2. We're pissed. Behind us?
Yeah, they
Oh,
come
there's a
from all
guy.
directions.
You know who loves when you come from all directions?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does. I guess this would be good footage for the conversation
Yes, sir.
tomorrow too. So. I hear more zombies from behind, but there's only like one here or there. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, baby. Just a sec. I hear you, fucker. Checkpoint. Alright.
We did it.
Let me go back to this ammo crate. Because I'm just about out.
The one we were just at.
Yeah.
I didn't
ammo
see you go by me.
The ammo crates are all it has is rifle ammo.
That's all I need.
But they're infinite. You just have to close them and reopen them. This is what you were telling me to do.
That's magic.
All right, what time is it, babe? 10:20. All right, tell me when it's 11:20, please. All right.
You know what's weird? If I pick up something in my left hand, I can't use the projectile thing. Like it won't allow me to.
No.
Actually, it's not letting me do it here either with the right hand. Maybe it's just this area, or maybe it's this weapon.
It may be because you're holding a melee weapon, yeah.
Huh. I thought.
Oh, there's a grenade sitting back here.
Okay.
My satchel's already full, though.
Everybody loves this good satchel.
So this
So what are
this
the
has
graphics?
this has collectibles that you can find and shoot like Sniper Elite does, but instead of it being like those stone eagles, it's like skulls or something like that.
Nice. So are the graphics better on this than PlayStation, or the PlayStation's better than this?
They're pretty similar.
Pretty close. What
I
about
feel-
the Quest? Have you tried the Quest?
I haven't tried it yet. I feel like maybe this is a bit better. Probably because I've got it up on Ultra and super sampled and all
Cranked
that.
up.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I don't have ammo for that.
I love how I left a box of ammo here behind. That's cool. God,
Oh, crap.
how come these zombies have guns? You can't have guns. That's not cool.
They're from Los Angeles.
Oh, well, shit, man. They are pissed. Who wouldn't be? You know? I was just having... Oh, never mind. You know what? I forgot. Hey, Patriots, what's up? Woo!
I missed.
Okay.
Oh, 2 for 1.
Oh, God. Is this power we can turn on? Oh, no.
Not
Wow,
yet.
that looks... That... Oh, not yet? You can? I was gonna say, it looks oddly like something you can interact with. Or should be able to.
Yeah, so this is another waypoint here. They're going to come from, I think, 2 or 3 different directions once we start it.
Okay.
We got ammo crate here, which is all kinds of ammo. So yeah. All right.
So if there's unlimited, like, ammo in these crates, why can't I just grab one and fill myself up?
Yeah, you'd think that would be it, right?
Well, because it's just like kind of the same thing, right? I mean, yeah, I have to physically close it, open it, but like one would. Oh, hey, it's out. Is it, I guess we're both full, so it's out.
Is it out?
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
showing.
no, it's just
Yeah.
yeah, just refilled. But anyway, it's like if I can grab unlimited, it's kind of redundant to make me grab 7 times. You should just let me grab once and fill it. You know. I mean, it's different when I'm out there and I'm, you know, but at a crate.
Well, there's no waves coming. Like, maybe he had like hard mode on or something. 'Cause-
Yeah, it's just. Is this normal?
Yeah, but I'm on normal. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Oh, I
too.
know what it is. We have to
Oh, we haven't
backtrack.
triggered it yet.
Yeah, we got to backtrack in a
Okay.
minute. Oh fuck! Well, I just blew you.
Oh,
it was you.
sorry. I didn't know that I'd be able to blow. You said there's no friendly fire.
Well, I guess there is when you're standing next to an explosive barrel.
We just found a way to how you can screw each other. Ooh, I hear something creaking.
I gotta prime this with B and inject.
Oh, you have to heal yourself. Okay, I thought you were like taking that vaccine to stop yourself from changing. That would be cool mechanic, right? Like you turn if you don't, you gotta find them or else you turn and then you start to attack me.
Yeah, like like the Fallout TV series
Yeah.
has character like that.
Bitch. Alright, I think I gotta interact here.
That's not helpful.
No, it's not helpful. Oh god, here comes hard mode.
See if you can find a switch to reset it.
Oh, we gotta go back. We gotta reset the other. We found that switch, right?
Ooh, that was a good sound effect.
What is on the door? We can't go back. Some kind of blood or... Oh, I got you. So okay, so now it's clear.
All right, now you can turn the power on.
Now I can scratch that itch. Here it goes.
Boom.
My readings are off the charts.
Ooh, I pissed them off.
Incoming.
Here we go.
They are pissed.
We're going to need every able body back at camp when you're finished.
No, I got 200 of these things. Are they coming in this room, or are we?
Yeah, they're gonna come in the room. They're coming in right now.
Oh shit. Reload? You reload. Okay. Wasn't letting me shoot. Oh, they're coming in.
Crap, I'm already out of fucking ammo.
Oh god, that guy.
Right,
I tried to shoot his head, it wouldn't let me kill him because he had a welding helmet on.
There's a new spawn point now.
Well, here we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hanging in there with me while I got that taken care of. I'm gonna have to turn some of this music down, dude. It's gonna drown out your microphone. It's so fucking loud. Alright.
Well, at least you'll be able to start it. That's a plus, right?
Yeah. Always a plus.
It's a. What's funny is it's as simple as that, right? Like you just need to start it. That's just the simple thing, and that's why I tell people when I wake up, it's a good. If I woke up, it's a good day because I genuinely believe it. It's the same as for me as starting and working. I am alive, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's a good day. Doesn't mean it's going to be as good as yesterday or tomorrow, right? But it's still a good day.
Oh crap. Your microphone's pegged out for some reason. Let me see.
Oh, I'll try to be quiet.
Alright, now say something.
Check. Syphilis, the big Sif.
Perfect. Alright. We did it.
We did it.
Somehow. Alright, so let's see here. What kind of options we have. Well, maybe I do need to reset progress. No, I wouldn't. I haven't played it yet, so. Advanced settings, customize. Vibration enabled.
We'll use
You know who loves it when a vibration's enabled?
Oh, yeah, she does. How do you want to turn the car with the stick? Perfect. Yep. Automatic aiming.
Looper says you're a
No.
little quiet.
Okay, I can turn me up. That's not an issue. There's a little bump. That should be pretty good, actually. I'm pegging up to the top of the yellow, so just like Roots.
Yep.
What do you think automatic aiming is, Roots? Does that sound like what it?
It does not sound good.
It's defaulted to 100%.
Wow, that's kind of
Alright.
crazy.
We'll put it on 0, and if the game gets like really hard, we'll come back and turn it back on. All right. Close out the advanced settings. Like those are advanced settings. Even those aren't even in the normal settings. I guess they just intend for everyone to have auto aim on. I mean, if that's the way the game's meant to be played, we'll see. But it just seems wrong to me. All right, so for those of you who don't know, this game is it's going to be launching on Steam and MetaQuest in just a couple of weeks, but the two versions are not the same. It is going to be $9.99 on Steam VR in early access, and that gives you access to I think they said 8 levels. So probably these first 2 blocks right here. Quest is $5.99, and Quest will only be the first block here, and then you can buy the second block like in October, I think. So it's going to be episodic on Quest. You can pay $6 for each one of these. On Steam, it's $10 in early access, and I think that's for everything. Like you'll get the first 2 automatically, and then I think that when it goes into full launch, you'll get the other half of it for free as well. So
Got to be a meta thing, right?
I think it's probably just not optimized. I mean, it takes a lot of time to optimize these games for Quest, and he probably didn't want to wait an extra 2 months while he got Block 2 ready for Quest, so he just decided to put it out, put each block out a la carte. That's just pure speculation on my part. I have no idea.
Shades Gray has a good point. It says, I guess auto aim could be so that people can focus on driving.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we'll see. We're gonna do the tutorial.
Don't want to. Oh God. Wow, skip that shit. Come on, man. Come on. Wait, which one is it? This one?
Come on, man.
There it is.
If there's
Before
one
we
sure
start,
thing, you know,
let's
Wes
do a
is
quick
always
driving
going to
tutorial.
do the tutorial, and Roots
Grab the
is never
steering wheel
going
with
to do
one
it.
hand
That's just
and use
the
the
way we
other
are.
hand to shoot with the VR controller. Okay, now hold down the trigger to accelerate and reach the checkpoint. And once there,
And it
release
never
the trigger.
backfires on me, does it? Where I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you really do have to steer with your hand. I thought the thing said stick turning, but I guess not.
They want you to really. He wants to really hammer that in. You think it'd be
Oh,
cool with a wheel? Like a real wheel? Radio wouldn't love that.
Release the trigger to stop the vehicle. Whoops. Remember, to stop the vehicle, you must release the trigger.
Oh, really?
Let's try
Thanks,
again.
Megan. Oh, it's gonna make you start over. Is that it? No? Alright. I hate virtual wheels. Just let me have a stick.
What was that one racing game that was
You can
like
also
super,
drive using the
super
controller
realistic
stick.
that you were in a
Take the
ball or
following
something?
curves
Or...
using the stick
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
try to reach the
Hyperwheel
next checkpoint.
Overdrive.
Yeah, that thing was like. It took some real skill to, once
the
you
fuck,
figure it
man?
out and you got it racing. But man, there's some skill involved.
Did my controller die or something? What the hell? No. Oh, now it's letting me use the stick.
Looks like an
Release
arm
the trigger
workout,
to stop the
DJ
vehicle.
Disco Beaver says.
How was it?
Well,
Use the
definitely
laser
now
in
you're
your main
stick
hand
driving?
to choose one of the options in your other hand.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to drive that way. Which is
Now watch
a
out, there's a jump
perfect
ahead. While in
example
the
of
air, you
what
can
I'm
still
saying.
control the speed with the
In a
trigger
lot of
and
ways,
the direction of the
you
flight
know,
with the
like
steering
that's
wheel.
one thing that
Let's see
is
if you
way
can get to the
easier
next
than trying
checkpoint.
to drive manual. Although you get something out of
Release the trigger to stop the vehicle.
it. Do you know who
Wow,
else
that was
likes an
intense.
arm workout?
It's time to practice
yeah,
the
she does.
fine art of shooting
Good
with
at
one
it.
hand while driving with the other. That's what Echo Ride always does. Are you ready?
Oh wow, that looks like a little dash or something.
Oh, bullet time. What the hell? Cool. I love Ivanovich games. He just does what he should, you know? Puts cool shit in his games.
Yeah.
Congratulations! You have now completed the tutorial and are ready to play Echo Wars.
Alright, we're ready to play Echo Wars. But you know, it's a good point about the arm workout. That was the worst part about doing the virtual
Steering wheel.
You had to literally hold your arm out at chest height to get over that fucking wheel. Let's go here. Let's see here. We'll do normal. I don't think I'm good enough to do expert. All right, so it's just like any other Ivanovich game. You have these levels. You can get up to like 3 stars for doing it great. They give you challenges in each level. In level 1, the challenges are to destroy 24 enemies, destroy 12 streetlights, and kill 6 people by running them over. Now, if this is like other Ivanovich games, like after you destroy 24 enemies, the next one will go up to like kill 48 enemies, right? But this is the same type of challenge system that was used in Operation Warcade. It's the same thing they did in 2076 and 1976. Like, it's cool to see that already this is an Ivanovich game.
It feels it's totally different, but feels very familiar.
Right. Is that Godzilla? Holy shit, look at that thing. Oh, okay, I got it.
What's up, Gargle Soft? Oh, there you go. Hold press and hold the trigger to accelerate. I don't know if I can get closer. Good as dead.
I wonder if there's like, I bet there is. I bet this is scored just like every other Ivanovich game where, like, you get streaks for not missing with your shots and things like that.
Right, leaderboard. Pant says good morning for me as well. What's up, Pant?
Crap, man. So this is going to be one of those games that get good whenever. Oh crap! This is going to be one of those games that get good whenever you start chasing leaderboards on it. like Operation Warcade, like 2076. That's what's the fun's going to be here. I died, Roots, in case you didn't catch that. What's up, Pants? Or maybe I didn't die. Oh, crap.
Maybe that was the
I did die.
Did you really?
Yeah, but it did what Ivanovich games do, and it's like you put another quarter in the machine. And it just picked you right back up where you died.
Who doesn't love? That's one of the things I miss about arcades is putting that quarter in there.
All right, so I need to be ready for it this time.
Man, you weren't. This time, third time's the charm, Wes. Level cleared.
Got it.
Hey, Wes. Reminds him a bit of the Transformers one. Remember how that one could have been good?
Yeah. That's a good call. It's a similar type of vibe. So,
Got him.
it said this one enemy destroyed. I killed more than one, and I killed more streetlights too.
That's all you did was one? I thought you were supposed to do more than one.
Didn't I kill all the dudes? Am I missing
Oh,
something?
you did.
Okay, well maybe I'm missing something here about how to play. We'll go on to the next level. I'm definitely gonna replay that one 100 times in my own time. Okay, at least I'm not on the bottom.
That's true.
You know who loves being on the bottom, Roots?
And the top side. Upside down.
All right, you can tell it's early access. Some of this stuff needs to be polished out. Like, I mean, the art looks good. It's a pretty game, but they need to explain a little bit better how to score and level and stuff on it. Which I know how to do it because I've played Ivanovich games before, but like a new player is going to be confused here what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, wouldn't that have been a good place to put it in the tutorial?
Yeah.
Not like the tutorial was like 3 minutes long, right? Could have at least explained the way the scoring system works. Maybe there's somewhere that it does, but how's it look on the old 5090?
This guy's fucking. Holy shit! The guy's attacking me with a lightsaber. Well, I see what it is. They get just because you shoot them doesn't mean they're dead. You have to keep shooting them. Like they get back up after you knock them down.
Need a more powerful gun.
How do I use the gravity gun? It said I had a gravity gun.
Missed somebody. The car just keeps going, huh?
And I'm driving it. I can make it stop and go as I want.
Oh, I got you.
Oh crap! What happened? Oh, there's a big. So this is legit. This is way more like an Ivanovich, like a usual Ivanovich game than I expected. This is kind of like on Operation Warcade when you would go down into the Jeep.
Yeah.
That's what this plays like, exactly like. I just need to remember how to activate the special weapons when I collect them. Sure
Hey,
did.
what's up, Skiva?
Skiva says, "Man, I've been waiting or wanting to try this."
Man, this was completely off my radar until like 8 hours ago. I didn't even know this was a thing. I'm gonna get my chat to move. Hold on. Live chats. Top chat.
Hey, Skiva, how you been? D and I were thinking of you guys last week because we bought ourselves Moon Rock from the dispensary. Now, it wasn't in Denver, but it was a Moon Rock indeed, and it was fun. It wasn't as fun as Moon Rocks in Denver, though. I still think that's going to be a hit song someday. He's got to figure out which artist is going to sing it. Yeah, I miss you too, man. It's been a long time. You guys need to come visit. I'm going to be a lot more mobile in the next few months. Pretty soon here is what I feel like God's telling me. So maybe as I'm bopping around, I'll swing by. You used to live in Vegas, right? Was it Vegas or Phoenix, rather? Right? So, Wes, what are you thinking so far?
I'm thinking that once this gets polished out, that it's going to be really good. It's still a little rough around the edges right now, but I can see what he's going for here, and what he's going for here is the typical Ivanovich game, which I love. So.
You think it would be a little bit better if it was on auto, or not auto aim, but I guess it is on auto. It is auto aim.
That's a good point. I turned that off. It was defaulted to 100. Quit shooting at me, Rick.
Maybe it's supposed to be like more about the driving and how quick, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, have a good night, Skiva.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
That's what we need. We need better better batteries from AI. I think it's coming. I also think a cure for cancer is coming. Specifically breast cancer first. And Alzheimer's.
All the time. Oh, yeah.
But it'll be a pill, not something that they can take that like delays it to where it just doesn't affect them the rest of their life.
There's no reverse, which is not good, because when you get stuck like this, there's nothing you can do. Oh, there's reverses. They put reverse on the
I was gonna say that's
the X
odd.
button.
There's no reverse.
Like it should be.
Oh, that's what I was gonna tell.
Grip or something.
That's what I was gonna tell you there. That's the one thing about squadrons when you do use the HOTUS is you have to remap one of the buttons to go backwards, I believe.
Holy shit! Look at that thing.
Other than that, it was perfect. Once I had it remapped, it was good.
Oh, I see. I got to move when it starts flashing orange.
Shades of Grey says it seems like there's a lot of stopping and going. Like they design the levels for on-foot exploration, then put you in a car.
I think I'm probably not supposed to stop as much as I do. bullshit. No, I think the game it needs to be polished out. The tutorial needs to explain more about the game. It can use some like more polished on like the animations and stuff. A little bit could be smoother. I like what's here, but you can tell it's an early access game. This is one of those games that you're supposed to play and repeat and learn the levels and learn where all the people are at and be ready for them and shoot them immediately.
Right. Should try a level with the auto aim.
Yeah.
To see not only if it makes it better in some ways, but how much it like affects it. Because right now you're so focused on shooting, you're
previously,
running.
like Ivanovich games before, you would always have to be accurate because you would get penalized
Right.
for missing shots. And I don't know if that's going on here or not because I don't see a multiplier. There needs to be a multiplier. I just picked something up. Oh, there's a screen down there that... Okay, I see. I didn't even see the screen over here.
27%.
Tracks your health and your challenges and stuff.
My health is getting low. What's up, Thundercat? Thundercat says, Happy Wednesday. I guess it's...
Man. See, that's what I'm talking about. Is like there's not enough time for you to move when if you get too far out of the middle, man. See?
When you die, you have to start all the way over.
Well, it's like any Ivanovich games. You get a certain
Okay.
amount of continues, and then it's
Like
game
old school
over.
arcade.
Yeah. I wasn't even in the fucking orange that time. That's rude.
How dare you?
This man legitimately thinks
dare you.
that he is better than us.
And he thinks he's better than us.
Alright, I'm gonna give it one more shot, ladies and gents. If that monster kills me again, we're gonna call it a game.
Shades
I
of
think
Grey
you're
says,
right.
yeah, that type.
I don't think you're supposed to stop. I mean, I guess you can, but you don't have to. Like people who are playing for the leaderboard will have to stop and kill all the guys. But playing for progress, you can just go, you know.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, too. If you're looking at your life, by the time you get done and you're taking so long getting through, at least those other times, so many people are hitting you, right? As you're trying to shoot the other one.
That's right. You stop, it's more opportunity to take damage. And you need to save those continues for the boss fight.
Right.
Anyway, I was gonna say, Shades Gray says, yeah, that timing window looks really tight. You know who else is really not tight?
I need to also figure out how to be defensive and not take damage. Because it seems pretty impossible sometimes.
Yes, what Shades was just saying, yeah, it really doesn't look like you can do enough to avoid damage. Well, I think this is the thing. This is my theory. You have the auto aim on, and so you're able to go a lot faster. And so you're going to take significantly less damage because you're not slowing down. You're going as fast as you can and shooting whatever's in the way, or whatever you can on the way. It does have wheel support, Thundercat. It absolutely does. You can play, it's got a virtual wheel, it's got joystick or stick option, and wheel support.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to... Oh, shit! I got too caught up in the chat. Now blew it. I had it.
It's like you said, it's one of those things where you're going to end up trying it over and over again until you beat it, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of these kind of games. You just get better each time.
I've got the hang of it. I think I know how to do this now and not die. You got to be dialed in on it. You can't talk to the chat and lose your focus.
Right.
Damn it. Shit. Roots, I know you gotta go, but I have to go kill this thing. I'm not. I said I was going to quit, but I was too close to killing it that time, and
I say you keep going. I do need to go because I gotta get up in 4 hours and I'm falling asleep. But I appreciate everybody, and you guys all have a good night.
yeah, I'll talk to you soon, man. Roots and I, we will be back soon, whether it be for our Game of the Year nomination episode or just another regular episode. We'll be back next week. But yeah, I'm not gonna play very much longer. I am gonna kill that thing though. There's no question about it.
All right. Well, good luck. I have faith in you.
Thank you.
You got this. All right. Have a good night.
All right, night, Roots. Everyone say bye to Roots. All right, let me get on my desktop here for a minute. Get my chat to straighten out. That would be great. Can I refresh this thing? Give me just a minute, guys. I'm trying to get my chat to work, and it's kind of broken. Let's close it out and go back here and restore. Come on, you can do it, Firefox. Well, if that's not going to work, then I'll just go to another YouTube window and pop it out. Let's go to my channel. And this episode. And pop out the chat. Boom. Alright, we'll put it on live chat. Shut down. We're gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know me. I can't just walk away from humiliating defeat like that. I have to die a couple dozen more times before I give up. Desktop panel, Firefox, Mozilla. Grab that shit, shrink it down, move it in here, and pin it. Alright, I've got my chat back in my headset. We are pretty much good to go now. What's up, Thundercat? What's up, Kieran? I want a lot, King Rolo, Looper, Pant, Vargasoft, Shades of Grey Matter. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Let's go kill this fucking thing. What do you say? I die here every time in the same spot. It just goes to show you that I need to figure out how not to get hit with bullets. Alright, here we are, back again. See, that's shenanigans. I was on the right side, and it still killed me. Boo. Thanks, Thundercat. I appreciate the donation and the sentiment. Oh, crap. Stop. Shit. I got out of alignment with my centering. Oh, it was off centered like by 45 degrees. And here we are again. Get 12 headshots. Get a bonus of +8. So there's the evidence that it does score like a typical Ivanovich game where you have to get your multiplier up by not missing shots. Receive less than 120 points of damage. Well, how do you avoid damage? I know you can shoot the projectiles out of the air, but I mean you have to be extremely precise to do that. I bet it's because I turned that fucking auto aim off. Hold on. We're gonna do what Roots said and try the fucking auto aim. Because it was defaulted to 100%, and it wasn't even like an easy to find setting. Like I had to search for it. It's loading the level again. I thought I was going back to the menu. Alright, let's see here. Continue playing, restart level and exit. Can I not go to my settings? Let's exit. Alright, so that one took us back into the level. I assumed that the play button would take us back into the level. How do I back out of this, man? There we go. Alright, settings, advanced settings. No, the auto aim is on, it says. Now I'm confused. Oh, there's a wheel sensitivity. Okay. Let's, I'm going to turn that up. Put it on like 50%. We're going to do stick vibration enabled. Customize control. Okay. Brake. For brake, let's do this one. Oh, that's if you're going to use the keyboard, I guess. You can't reset it on with VR controls. All right. So that said auto aim was on. I don't believe that. It didn't feel like there was any automatic aiming on. Anyway, graphics quality very high. Normal, high, very high. Okay. I'll turn the music back up a little bit since Roots is gone now. Not that high. Alright. I guess that's that. Looks like there's currency you can get by completing challenges just like normal. And then you use that currency to upgrade. And when you upgrade, then you go to the higher difficulty levels with the higher multiplier, and then get higher scores on the leaderboard. It's a fun structure for a game. "12 headshots, plus 8 bonus, receive less than 120 points of damage." I still haven't figured out how not to take damage, but maybe it's like Operation Warcade, where you can take your actual gun and deflect the bullets. Maybe we should try that. Oh yeah, she does. Shades. There's a free demo available now for this game, by the way. You guys don't have to wait for it to come out if you want to try it yourself. There's a demo on both the Quest store and Steam. Alright, well, I guess let's blow shit up. Alright, we got different steering sensitivity this time. So we'll see how that's going to go. I just want to see if I can No, I can't deflect the bullets, so you have to literally shoot them out of the air. So if you keep your distance, I still don't know how to use this fucking gravity gun, I'll tell you that. So if you stop and you take your time and you keep your distance, you can shoot the bullets out of the air. I'd say if you learn where all those explosive canisters are at, you can probably take out these enemies pretty quick. Took a lot of damage there. So I guess, at least until you get good, the move is to just take your time with it and stay back. Shit. And you have to learn where the guys are at, of course. Wow. Those fuckings with the lightsaber are annoying. Alright, I've already lost one life. And I'm down half, but I did get two achievements this time. 2 of the challenges. I bet when you upgrade your weapons and stuff too, it gets a lot easier to do everything. You know, a lot easier to defend, a lot easier to kill people.
Bullet time.
What the hell's hitting me? See, that was shenanigans.
Level cleared.
Bitch. I knew I could kill that motherfucker. Yeah, like if your tailpipe is hanging over into the red line a little bit, you're dead. Okay, here I am. I need to recenter again. Put that away. No, don't do that. That's not what I'm meant to do. Reset my view, please. It's still not gonna. Oh, okay. There's a snap turn in here. All right, that works. All right. So we got a gold medal with 25 headshots, and we got a silver medal. Receive less than 120 points of damage. Okay. Well, I didn't. I guess I would have gotten gold had I made it to 100 or kept it to 120. And I made it up to a ×4 streak. So we're getting better. We're getting better at it for sure. Yeah. Number 1 out of 2. See what level 3 looks like. This is called Chiropteron. Chiropteron. Eight turrets, 30 enemies, less than 180 points of damage. So this is going to have a bunch of turrets in it. Man, this is a fucking Ivanovich game through and through, man. I hope they polish it out. I hope he polishes it out the way he did 2076. If he does that, this game will be great. Oh, wow, look at that thing. Welcome to something mines. I guess we're going into the mines, ladies and gentlemen. Well, whether it's early access and it needs polish or not, it looks pretty cool visually, I'll tell you that. I mean, it's not perfect. You can see the monsters floating a few feet off the ground over there instead of standing on it. That's what I mean when I say that it needs some polish. Is like the model for the monster looks awesome. But you see how it's just kind of looping there and doing the same animation over and over again, floating off the ground a little bit. Like, it'll get cleaned up over time. You know, it's early access. The game's not even out yet. But it's fun. It's fun to play. Well, it just takes some getting used to. The Mothra. Well, that's why it was floating. It flies. What the hell is shooting? Oh, there's turrets up there. Okay, I got it. What are you climbing the fucking hill for, dude? forgetting about those fucking turrets being up on the roof. Crap, I'm not dead yet. I thought I was dead.
Cleared.
We'll do one more level and call it a day. Yeah, there's definitely potential here, and you know, it's a $10 early access game. You know what I mean? Like, they're not asking for much. We got 3 silver medals. Okay, cool. So, is there a store I can go spin this shit at now? Maybe coming in a future update. I mean, that's what these medals are typically for. Well, no, they're typically for 2 things. You can unlock at certain milestones. You unlock like new weapons and things like that, and you also can unlock levels with them typically. All right, we're gonna do Patera Dracus level here. This is the final level in the first episode if you're playing on Quest. Let's see what it has to offer. Kill 10 by running them over. Destroy 15 streetlights. Get a bonus of times 15. Again, shooting without missing. Except that was the secret to leveling high on Operation Warcade, and a lot of people didn't know that. But if you really want to challenge the top of the leaderboard, and I speak from experience, I was literally number 1 on the Operation Warcade PSVR leaderboard, number 1 globally. And the way that you do that is by not missing. Most people play Operation Warcade, they grab a machine gun and they start spraying bullets everywhere. But if you want to challenge the top of the leaderboard, you can't miss. And what that means is picking up a machine gun and barely clicking the trigger so that it only shoots 1 bullet out at a time. Anyway, let's go. Oh crap, I missed my mark. A lot of dudes in this level. Kind of feels like a pistol though, honestly. slow down. My headset battery's getting low. Well, we're gonna wrap it up soon anyway. I think we'll take another stab or two at this level, and then we'll call it an episode. Oh, if you don't kill those guys, they come after you. That's not good. Crap, I gotta pay attention to where I'm going. Damn, this thing's shit's hard to dodge. Man, that's not easy to get around those fireballs, man. They leave in small gaps, smaller gaps than I can drive through. Maybe if I hang to one side, it'll lead the dragon off to the edge so that I can swerve the other direction. What the hell? I forgot I'm supposed to be shooting streetlights too, right? that's really hard to do. Oh, go. Alright, finally I can shoot this fucking thing.
Level cleared.
Gotcha, bitch. No, it doesn't feel like auto aim at all. I mean, if it's on, then I can't tell it. And this is coming from the guy that could tell that Switchback VR was initially using an auto aim when there was no option for it. You know. All right. So it's got all of the fundamental kind of attributes of a Ivanovich game. Again, it's early access. I think that's really the only thing you could fault it for is not being quite as polished as earlier Ivanovich games, but it's not done yet. It's very early on, and it's cheap. Like, it doesn't cost much money at all. So yeah, I think if you like Ivanovich games, you should give it a shot. Now, if you're not into Ivanovich games, then you're not going to like this one. But this essentially feels like the Jeep sequences from Operation Warcade, or I want to say 2076 when you zoom down into the ship during those areas. That's what it feels like. It feels like the immersive mode from previous Ivanovich games, but it's a little bit harder to kind of track your multiplier in this one. I'm sure if I would just like stop and look at the screen, it would be obvious, but you know, when you're driving and shooting, you can't really take your eyes away to check the screen. So I would like to see more indicators of what the multiplier is as I'm shooting people, and it could either be like some kind of visual number floating in the air, or even some audio cues, like something 4 or 8, you know, something like that, so that I can kind of keep playing. Did I just teleport? I did teleport. Okay. Didn't know I could do that, but cool. But you know, the basics are here. The foundation is here for Ivanovich to really make this into another classic title, like so many of the classics before. I got 4 more that I could play through, but I don't want to. My typical loop with these games are, I'm going to play one over and over again until I get gold all the way across. I'm going to do the same thing for 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll move on to Block 2. But I don't want to spoil Block 2 for people who might buy this. Or will unlock it. Okay, so there you go. You spend these achievements to unlock the next block. Again, like previous Ivanovich games. But I'll give you guys just a quick sneak peek at Block 2. Or maybe I won't. Do I not have enough? Or maybe I need to get 5 more. Maybe that's what it's telling me. I've got 5. I've got 6 of them there. Beat level 8, beat level 12, get 5. So I must, I either need to get 5 gold ones, or I need to get 5 more silver ones to unlock Block 2, which is fine. Like, again, I'm not going to go start playing those levels anyway until I perfect these ones. But anyway, that's going to be our show for tonight. So thankful for everyone who showed up for us. so glad that I got to actually play some VR and do a show today. I'm making a promise to myself that we're going to keep it going. So tune in next week for our show, and maybe our show next week is another one where I literally throw Roots 3 trailers and we just go live and play a game. If that's what it has to be, then that's what it will be. But if I have time to do more, of course I will. Anyway, like, subscribe, click all the things. Join us on Discord, Patreon if you want to do a little something extra to help support. Whether you're just subscribing for free or supporting with Super Chats and Patreon, I appreciate all of you just the same. And what's up, Mike? Good morning. And yeah, I guess that's going to be our show. And I'll see you guys in a few days. Have a good night.